Hello. Good day. I timed that well enough, and the webcam looks fine, and there's light, and there's a cat. How well did I time this? Yes, Arwit, she's upset because I'm not letting her outside. I gotta let her outside, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Winnie. You're very cute, though. Anyway, hi. Good morning, Fish. Good morning, Hollow. Good morning, Lander. You're always so early. Yes? She's determined to put a hair in my tea immediately. Oh no, don't put your tail in my tea. Arwen. Good morning, Danvers. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Robertson. Good morning. You started Praetorium already? What a terrible start to your Monday. Awful. Good morning, Bowman. Hello there. Yes, thank you, Stream Elements. Shh. Hi, Kaisa. Good morning. Feels like we're doing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. We are doing nothing at all. Today we're doing literally nothing at all. Because I was gonna start Crusader Kings, but Ice isn't here until Friday, so I'm waiting until Friday. Also, hi Karnorg. Good time zone, Talor. Hi Duck, good morning. Hello, Quilsty. At least Jinsey won't feel guilty about sitting and just chatting for the first 2 hours of the stream. Well yeah, because we're doing nothing at all. We're doing nothing at all. Except petting the cat. Off screen now, apparently. Were you all in your best behavior last week? Some people were. Some people were. A few people were. Gulsa was doing her very best. And I appreciate her for that. Arwen, I do need my hand to scroll through chat. Thank you. Also, today we have background music of Animal Crossing. I don't know if it's very soft. If I need to turn it up. I don't know if you can hear. Hi Saucy, hi Yokals, good morning. Hello. Hi Jagged, hello, good morning. Honestly, the only Twitch streamer I actively watch when they come on, Kintar. Thank you. I'm honored, thank you very much. Only two people to disappoint. So you want to count the cats? Cats are always disappointed in everyone. It's kind of their thing. First playthrough of what? Oh, that's still on. That's still on because I had it on the Evil Within. Yes, it was my first playthrough of talking to chat. That's what that is. Hi, Ronnie. Hello. Good time zone. I updated your shout out because I totally forgot, and then Fran reminded me, and I was like, oh god, yes, I should probably do that. Cat is a cat. You got a cat candy redeem already. So you are spoiled. You're a spoiled little princess. Come here. Here you go. Yeah? Nom nom nom. I need to go and grab... One day I will have like the whole carousel of cat candy here, and I'll let you guys choose which one you want. Cat hair. Early cat tax. Yes, hi Fargus, good time zone. I was only 3 minutes early, so about 30 minutes late. You were never late. You arrived precisely when you mean to. Ah, Landar, thank you. I'm feeling quite alright. I had a really productive weekend, actually. I had such a productive weekend. I got so much work done. It was great. Good morning, Dre. Hello there. Good morning, Imperial Guard. Hello, Villico. Good morning. Jackbox? Maybe. Maybe. I actually started up... Oh god, now there's cat hair everywhere. I started up... Alright. Final Fantasy XIV. And it gave me a "you're locked out of your account" alert, so I was a little bit freaked out. Yes, I was a little bit freaked out, but apparently it was just because of that one time when I uninstalled my Steam and stuff, and Square freaked out because of that. It rained hard today, but because the building is concrete, so it's still hot as an oven. Do you want some of our snow? Because it snowed again yesterday. It snowed again yesterday. I don't know what the weather is doing here, but it was raining yesterday. Day before that it was did I say snowing? So it was snowing yesterday. It was raining the day before, and the day before that it was like warm, like hot almost. I don't know what Ontario's doing. I have no idea.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I'm a firekeeper.
Epic, hi! That's a long time. Even though it's still snowy in Canada, it's always snowy in Canada, I feel like. The river in your backyard. Has it been snowing that much? Has it been raining that much? Dang. Welcome back, Epic. Thank you for the resub. I guess we're both just wondering what's going on with the weather in Ontario. To be fair, I'm Dutch. If I'm not talking about the weather, Am I really alive? I don't think I am. You have so much cat hair. Seriously? Arwen is on a mission today. Me? Yeah. Scritchies? Scritchies? Who is Scritchies? You can actually see your face this time. Hmm? I'm getting it. One kiss. One kiss. Millions of cat hair. Why did I think that was a good idea? Arwen, why did I think that was a good idea? Why would I think that? Yes. Boop. I should not have done this. Hi, Flamer! Hello there. Hello there, General Flamer. Just talking speedrun, yes. But also first playthrough, apparently. You want to jump over? Is that it? Do you want me to move? Here you go. Here you go. You're welcome! Oh gosh. Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Good time zone. Arwen missed me. Arwen has been on my case all day. Literally, since the morning. Yay! Well, it's still morning, but still, you know what I mean. Valico, thank you so much for the gifts. Flavor, you get your emotes again. Now you can say hello with our emotes, which is much better than anyone else's emote, except for Mumpaz. Mumpaz emotes are really cute. And also Flamez's emotes are also very cute. Actually, there's a lot of cute emotes, but you should use mine because they're very cute also. Anyway, thank you for the good stuff. That's so sweet of you. I like this game, and the first time, you're so good at it! I know. You know, I'm kind of a natural, actually. I was born to play just chatting. Snow doesn't want to take the hint. No, but for real.
I've been lurking a lot these past few months, but I just wanted to say your streams always brighten my day.
Aw, Epic, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Thank you for biddies also, but honestly, mostly thank you for being so nice. That's so sweet of you. I've been being nicer to myself as well. I have been given the task to say something nice to myself in the mirror every day, which, when you think about it, it shouldn't be so hard, but it's actually harder than it sounds. Like, you're standing in front of the mirror and it's like, hey, you. Like, nothing comes to mind. And it's even weirder because you have to say it to yourself. You have to compliment yourself. It's whack. I can't. I can have snow. You can have snow if you want to. Bowman, come here. Get a shovel. Get a snovel. Get a snovel. Which is like a snow shovel. A snovel. Get a snovel. Get some snow. I got you. It's Canada. It's always snow. No, it's true. It's true. I know. When I moved here, it was like summer-y? Summer-ish?
Of course you are a natural in just chatting. You managed to create a nice community and you love talking to us. This is really nice. And we all love the time you spend with us.
Thank you, Coolsty, you sweethearts. Oh, are you doing a Landar? Are you doing a Landar? You're doing a Landar. You know what? I'm gonna dub being extremely nice. I'm gonna dub that doing a Landar. Let's go. Let's go. You're doing very well, Coolsty. Thank you. You don't have to pay tax anymore. Velico, I feel, should be tax exempt for the rest of his life because I think he sub-gifts you like every single time. At this point, hi Skull! Good time zone. About 3 different types of stuff that helps my glasses stop sliding, and only 1 out of 3 works. But it's fine since it's the most expensive one. Imagine if none of them had worked, that would have been far worse. Why does it slide? Are they too big? Like, what's up with the glasses? A frozen substance that looks like a fluffy cloud. Except when it's like the frosty snow. Well, okay, all snow is frosty, technically. But you know what I mean? Where some snow... There's snow that you can turn into snow people. And then there's snow that is just like wet and turns into ice crystals. And not like snow. That's the worst snow. We don't want that one. An old coworker of mine would get on our case if we called ourselves stupid and tell us to say 5 nice things about ourselves to make up for it. That is so nice! Your coworker sounds like a gem, Kintar. Wonderful. I love them already. I should do that also. I've been doing so much like research on myself this weekend, I guess. This last few weeks also. And when I looked at my my salty bits, when I looked at I observed my salty bits. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for biddies. Thank you so much. You appreciate you. Well, I was looking at my older stuff on like on my VOD channel, and I was never really putting myself down ever. I was not doing like the self-deprecating humor that the millennials like to do. Am I geriatric millennial yet? Maybe. But I didn't do that at all. And then at some point I just kind of started doing it, and I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna do my best.
A frozen snow.
A frozen. Yes, a frozen snow. Robert said, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Listen, snow.
Suck my salty bit.
Snow is
76
frozen. It's cold, but I don't. You know what? I can't see snow as frozen. Thank you for biddies, Robertson, and thank you also. Thank you for biddies, Captain Danvers, and welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, and thank you so much for the gifts, Wall. Also, good morning, Wall. Thank you so much. Hi! How's your day going? And welcome back, Code! Welcome back! 44! It's not 42, but I will accept it, actually.
Wonderful things. You have a horde of people who adore you.
Aww.
Some of those folks together as well. You're
I did do that.
Person.
I did do that.
People care about whom what you say and how you feel matters to so many.
Wonder, thank you. You're literally the sweetest person. You literally are the sweetest person. Honestly, you always make my day when you say something so nice to me. I should be more like you, but to myself. Honestly. And that's what I should do. I'm gonna do that. I got out of bed today. Does that count as something nice? Yeah, actually. You know, for some people it's very hard to get out of bed. So yes, actually. It is. I'd rather get a snuggle. You're getting a snuffle. Whether you like it or not, you're getting a snuffle. Oh, we'll follow the snow. It'll be gone soon, I think. Well, actually, it's quite cold now still. So maybe not. Maybe not. Hi, Aiden. Hello. Good time zone. I'm doing alright, thank you. How are you? Slurp. Oily skin on my glasses have high power, so it's heavy. Oh, okay, they're heavy. Okay, I did not actually know that that was a thing. For some reason, I thought that all glasses were like hyper light. I don't know why. Then there's a snow that just turns to powder. Yeah, like sand snow. Like, you know how there's like sandstorms, but then with snow? That's called a snowstorm, Jinsey. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Slush snow is no bueno. No, exactly, because that also turns into like actual ice on the floor. So I don't, yeah, it interrupts my walk. So next video is going to be about Jinsey. The next video is going to be about Onimusha. I actually almost finished all the games now. I got all my recordings done, and some of them are... I got some pretty funny shots in a lot of them, to be fair, which is like... I'm actually looking forward to editing this specifically. Jaga, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you. Welcome in, Magical Mashi. If you're here, maybe you're not here. Maybe someday you're gonna wake up and be like, why do I have a gift up to this weirdo? Which, like, fair enough. You have cool emotes now because I have cool emotes. And thank you very much. You deserve good and kind words. I do, actually. Yes, I do. No, you're completely right, actually. I've been wandering around Twitch recently, just trying to find a place to be. I get it. I must always observe the salty bits. Yo, I miss Kingdom Come. For some reason, I think that Crusader Kings is like Kingdom Come. I don't think it is. But for some reason, I got that in my head that it's gonna be the same, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I'll try to help you in this endeavor. Well, thank you very much. It's your fault at this point to claim the responsibility. I'm never removing that alert. It's a good alert.
Suck my salty bits.
We should observe
To a tea party choo-choo.
salty bits. We should observe salty bits. Whoa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. We are getting close to it. It's true. It's true, we are. You're correct. I haven't actually planned anything for that yet, which means the monthly tea party is going to be next month because it's the 28th. So we can't plan anything for that anymore. But I have some ideas, but I also have to start planning the birthday stream, and I also have no idea what to do about that. We'll see. We can brainstorm together and see what we want. We'll have a ball about it. It makes my day better to see and encourage you. Ah, well, in that case, encourage on. And just drop in for a bit. You know, I went on stream today, or I went on Twitch today in the morning.
My salty bits.
And I was like, where's Flamez? But then I realized he wasn't streaming today. I missed my Flamez. Well, thank you again. Yo, you can't go so hard. It's early in the morning. You're going so hard. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are actually heckin' close. That's ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. I love that about us.
You are a wonderful person who is also incredibly smart and kind. You are such a lovely person, and I'm glad I've gotten to know you. Plus, you give some of the best hugs.
Oh, Danny! Thank you! Did y'all go to the School of Landar together? Did y'all the University of Landar? Thank you so much, you sweetheart. You're honestly one of the cutest people I know. Depends on the material of the glasses, I suppose. This one is a slidey. I guess if it's very rough, that would just hurt your ears, so... We're getting snow at the end of the week. The Netherlands is getting snow? And today it was 18 degrees? What is the weather doing in the Netherlands? Okay, what is the weather doing everywhere, I guess? It sucked because of the time zone. Yes, relatable, extremely relatable. I'm trying to adjust my sleeping pattern even more so that I can make it to Flamez's streams, because he's gonna start streaming earlier. And I'm gonna miss them if I don't adjust my time. Seriously. Mia's a Vietnamese. Oh god, I've never experienced snow before. Do you want to come to Canada? Why do I always call it Canada? Why is the first thing my brain goes to is Canada? Do you want to come to Canada and look at some snow? Do you want to touch the snow here? It's not the best snow right now. Actually, come somewhere in like the middle of November or December. That will have good snow. My glasses are pretty light,
My salty bits.
but they keep sucking my salty bits. Lunar Lander! My dog, thank you for biddies! You know, they do make a very good team, so that actually checks out. Thank you so much! Things Dinsey don't know until she researches herself. I mean, listen, I could. Wouldn't that be a Patreon video, for a Ko-fi video? I feel like it should be at that point. Was CK3 today or Friday? It's on Friday. So, because Ice couldn't make it on Monday, so I'm doing it on Friday. I don't know if I'm only doing it on Friday, but I definitely don't want to start it without him. Also because I'm obviously going to name some people after him. Just name everyone Icesave. Everyone in my kingdom called Icesave. Actually, can you name your characters? I just kind of assumed that you can. Can you? What about savory bits? Also tasty. Wait, aren't they technically also savory? Salty bits in CK3. It should be. Oh, it's the perfect game for it. The birthday is approaching. It's true. It's soon. TM. And then I'll be 32. I don't feel 32. Does anyone ever feel their age? Anyone ever? You just combine the tea party and the birthday stream for starters? No, because the monthly tea party would be for April. So they'd be different. Like, I think every goal should probably be for the next month so I can actually plan it and it can be fun and nice and stuff. It would make so much more sense. Oh god, my chat. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about my birthday, but barely. Honestly, Tamwin, barely. Ever. The Fluck is turning into Lana. Everyone's just slowly morphing into the nicest person in the world. Just one giant nice person. You just ate a bit of Lander. Just had a little taste. It's a very good school. And with the best teacher also. I was promised colder weather this week. It was a lie. Well, definitely not here. It's actually still cold. How cold is it here today? It is currently -12, which is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I'm sitting here in my t-shirt like, actually sounds like a real school. We'll make it so. It's -4 in PA. Well, snow. When does snow start? Is it just sub-zero? Just thought I would start up the stream day with some positive vibes. Well, thank you. You did it accidentally, but those are the best ways, so that's okay. You got some high winds and hail today. It was fun walking back home from work with a constant barrage of hail in my face. This is why I haven't been able to go for walks either, because we kind of got the same juggets. We kind of got the same stuff, so I've just been inside. Oh well. I wish my glasses did that. What, hurt your ears? I hope not. Name all the kids. You can. You can also name the family and dynasties in some cases. They're all going to be named I Save. I Save the second. I Save the third. I Save the fourth. Everyone. Every single person is just I Save. I have exams on Friday. There's VODs. I've been uploading again. I've been catching up very, very slowly. You can name yourself and your family members if they're your direct vassals, but if they're vassals of your vassals, then you can't. What if I kill the vassals of my vassals? Then they won't exist and everyone will be I Save again. Which is good. 100 bits to name a CK character after yourself. I could do that. Probably not for 100 bits though, because I don't know that I don't know that there's a lot of people to name. Are there a lot of people you can name? Like, how many people do you usually have in a Kingdom Come? Crusader Kings playthrough? You don't look 32? Thank you, Hollow. 29 and I feel 49 whenever we get out of bed, Brit. All your bones crack slowly. You just stretch and more bones crack. Also, hi, Brit. Good time zone. I haven't felt my age in a long while. Yes, extremely relatable. Age is just another number. I feel fine, and I still have to show ID when buying alcohol. Oh, wait, was everyone here? I want to show you for the... I'm a permanent resident now. I know that most of you already know this now, but like, I got my card. It's official. It's official now. It's so funny, because I was looking on TikTok, and on TikTok, somebody else showed off their card as well, so maybe they've just sent them out in waves or something. Anyway, I'm still very pleased about that. I wasn't really aware, but that's nice. I was just saying what I think. Always say what you think. Well, actually, sometimes say what you think. Septic, you can't refollow. That's illegal. Okay, never mind. Refollow. Did you misclick? I do that sometimes. You can name your character kids and vassals, but I wouldn't do it because it's almost guaranteed you need to murder them at some point, or they'll die mysteriously. That's okay. Wait, aren't people kind of supposed to die in Crusader Kings? Isn't that the whole point, that you keep murdering people? Or am I thinking of the wrong game? It's colder than when I visited Chinsey. Yes, and it was really cold then, actually. Here, I thought I'm going to miss the birthday stream, then I remembered your birthday will be after I come back from my trip to London. Yes, and that's on a Wednesday. When are you leaving for London? When are you leaving us? It's quite a storm outside, but sunny and 10 degrees. Okay, but the wind can make it worse. For me, I actually, my ears are extremely sensitive. So when it's windy outside, even if it's quite warm, I still have to wear like earmuffs or a cap or something because otherwise I get an earache, no matter what. Does anyone else have that? My mom used to say that was a Taurus thing. Maybe it's a Taurus thing that we have ear stuff. I don't know. Oh, you got the cute little dude. You got that cute little hypey turtle. I love that one. Well, hello there, Princess Paperplane. Were you following me on Twitter? Because I swear I remember your name. Am I thinking of the wrong person? I swear I remember your name. I swear I do not stalk all of my Twitter followers, but I have to check every so often, okay? And I had to remove an individual recently, so it's for the best. It's for the best. Depends on how fertile your dynasty is. Oh, so you can have more kids, of course, right? Yes. My body was created strong. The wind and cold does not cause me discomfort. Septic. Are you sure about that? I'm a little jealous. Not gonna lie. Heard you like vassals, so we put vassals for your vassals so you can murder vassals while murdering vassals. With rats. I turned 30 this year, so what should I do for my 1/3 life crisis? Get a cosplay. That's what I did. I got cosplay. Oh god. Yo, The Witcher 3 lore through is actually very close now. Which means I get to wear my Yennefer cosplay. Haha. Just enumerating would miss the tree structure? Shouldn't their immediate predecessors be derivables from the name? Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Is this Crusader Kings slang? Thank you. I'll turn 28 in May and my body already hurts randomly. It's the closer you get there, the more that happens. Forever Canadian, yes. I'm in Canada, Brits. I'm actually Dutch, but I'm also Canadian now, so. Now you can flee between countries. Would I want to? I'm not your supervisor, but I could be. Can I just say how nice it was that you weren't, like, being extremely mean to me in chat for the last few days, Septic? Can I just say how much I appreciate that? I usually have hundreds of family members if I play CK3 from the earliest start date to finish. Oh no! Wait, is that the goal? What is the goal in Crusader Kings? Is the goal just to have lots of kids? Hey, the picture on your cart looks like Eve's profile from Resident Evil 7. I've been kidnapped. I didn't want to tell you, but now, I guess now you know. Do you want to murder us? Depends if I name everyone in chat in Crusader Kings. But then, I did do that in Darkest Dungeon. In Darkest Dungeon, I named all the characters after people in my chat and then they died. I'm flying to PhD programs in Montreal right now. So you're gonna be Canadian too? I hope I can become a resident one day. I don't think I can ever become like an actual resident. Or like a fully fledged Canadian, because you have to do like a whole test and stuff. And I'm terrible at tests, so we don't do those. I'll be going for the first 2 weeks of May. Oh yeah, then you'll be back just in time. Oh, I hope you have a good time. That sounds good. Yes, okay, I did not misremember it. Hi, Paper Plane. Hello. A Taurus thing, yes. God, there's so much cat here. Star sign thing? My mom was really into star signs, so I'm a Taurus and I don't get that. Oh, I'm the only Taurus? Yesterday was not fun getting groceries because of the cold wind. Yeah, we just go by car. And we usually go for like 2 weeks of groceries so we don't have to go out anymore. I follow you on TikTok and I was looking through your socials today because I wanted to contact you. Oh, hello. I will follow you back on Twitter, under Twitter, and then you can message me. I need your detailed Witcher lore knowledge. I have a lot of that. You can also, if you want, you can just ask me here. I'm completely open for talking about The Witcher. Minotaur stuff? No, just Taurus. My eyes tear up from the cold wind, so if I walk outside in winter, I look like I'm just sad and crying. Same, Saucy! But the same thing happens in spring because I'm highly allergic. Yay. Kate! Hi, Kate! Hello! Oh, hello. I can't watch your stream ever because of Elden Ring, but I hope it's a lot of fun! Soon I will also play it. The Yennefer cosplay that I got a sneak peek of. Yes, I will wear it. Although, I think I might have to buy a new wig because the wig I got, it kind of sucks. Unless I just don't wear a wig. I could also just not wear a wig, to be honest. I wonder if everyone would be upset about that, if I just don't wear a wig. My body was randomly hurting at 18. Yeah, Lander, I think you might be a little bit of the exception there, but don't worry. If we ever have like a convention, like I said, we'll just carry you around. We'll carry you, and then you won't have to do any walking. Hi, thanks! Hello, Wackas Bunkus. The goal is to get victory points. The better your family dynasty does, the more points you get. So does it end if you have like a certain amount of victory points? So you get 3 goals, whatever goal you like. Oh no, that's even worse. Because then it's all the goals. It was more the trauma from the distributed algorithms lecture and its exercises involving somehow encoding data in tree structure. It's okay, we will not talk about trees anymore. I got you. We will never bring up trees ever again. Well, sometimes. I'll be honored to have a character named after me die a slow, painful, horrible death. Are you sure? Because I've never played a Crusader Kings game, so everyone is probably going to die a slow, painful, horrible death. A lot. There will be a graveyard. A lot of graveyards. Never once have I been unpleasant to you. Well, it was a breath of fresh air, is all I'm saying. Perfect genetics, world conqueror, funny religion creation? You can make your own religion? Can I make a religion for my cats? Erwin's looking at me like, hello? It is I, the cat. You just become a criminal and then you can become Resident Evil. I'm already that. My name's probably already a CK3 character? But the Moracant or the duck? The goal of CK3 is to win the lottery and have your one competent kid not die. Did they just die out of nowhere? The goal's for you to decide? We'll see. We'll find a goal. Okay. I will let Ice set the goal then, because it's his request. So I'll let him set a goal. And then I can murder everyone who comes in my team. Hello? Hello? Yes? The older you get, the more relatable Ryan George. If adulthood had a job orientation day videos? Oh yes. Oh god. No, that was already too relatable for me. Canadian resident test, sing the anthem, take a shot of maple syrup, and moose wrangling? What about beavers? Isn't beaver the national animal? Wait, Kate, did you see them? Wait, hold on. Look, Kate, I'm a Canadian. You didn't see it. I can't stop showing it off. The mountain goat with horns, it's all about to remember about it. Oh, the star signs? So you're a Capricorn? I think my brother's a Capricorn. That's like December? The moose would wrangle me? Yes. The moose would wrangle most people, I think. Hey? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want the petties? You can still see her face. She's sitting on my mouse mat. Yes, here you go, buddy. Here you go. Yes, is that good? Is this a good scratch? Of course it's a good scratch. Think highly of your national identity? Should we? Hi, Fussel. Hello, good time zone. Being so sarcastic? Listen, I haven't even gone to a hockey game. Another Canadian thing is getting good at walking backwards to deal with cold wind. Oh, but we do that in the Netherlands too. Or rather, the cold wind exists in the Netherlands. I just don't go outside here unless I wear a big cap. A big, huge cap. So I don't have to feel the wind. That's how you deal with it. We'll try for next walk. I don't know it works that way. Yeah, CK3 family. Well, family circle, I guess. Hi, Hugo. Good time zone. I would pay $3 to die at CK3. For murder. If a female witcher would be possible, it's unfortunately not in canon lore. But the thing is, you can technically write whatever you want into anything. So there's several witcher schools. We don't know that much about them. Initially, the point of making witchers and using boys for it is because they were a lot more expendable. I know that sounds terrible to say. It sounds so bad to say. But yeah, so they were more expendable because the women were useful for being married off. People were like, oh, well, you know, you can't work on the field, but I'll just marry someone rich and then I will get a dowry and then Papa and Mama will be very happy with the dowry. Whereas you couldn't do that with a boy. Like, you could send them to the army, I guess, or leave them. And of course, the children of sorceresses and mages were always left behind because and no, the female witcher in the old Polish Witcher RPG is not canon. Canon is the books exclusively, just the books. Everything else is fanfiction, including the games, which I love very much, but the games are also fanfiction. And the Polish Witcher RPG was also not made by Sapkowski, so basically anything that Sapkowski puts his stamp of canon on, that is canon. And I know that you're like joking about it, but a lot of people will take like bits and pieces of various Witcher stories and just kind of put it together. But if you do that, then it doesn't work because certain canon parts of the books would then contradict parts from the other material. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so female witchers don't exist. But that doesn't mean that you can't write them in there in fanfiction. Again, there is not really a limit to possibilities in that sense if you want to go with the game canon specifically. So in the game canon, I speculated that the School of the Cat, or well, speculated, this was basically in the game, they talked about elven witchers existing, and School of the Cat kind of starting out with non-human roots. And technically speaking, you wouldn't want to try witcher creation with elves because you can't have a lot of elf kids. Elves in The Witcher they go infertile at a certain age, and it's hard for them to have a kid in the first place. So if you then start sacrificing elves to make witchers, you'd be like, oh, well, now we have no more elves. So you wouldn't do that out of your own volition. But that doesn't mean that they didn't exist, again, because, like they said, there were non-human roots in the cat school. So I don't see how you couldn't create a school for yourself in your fanfic that would have used exclusively women, perhaps. For one reason or another. Again, like, the reason would be up to you. Just because it doesn't exist in canon lore doesn't mean you can't write it into fanfiction. That's all. I never get that about Twitter either, because I see a lot of fan art for like female witchers, and they look dope as hell. They look so cool. And then obviously the thread is full of people who are like, well, they don't exist in canon lore. You can't make a female witches. Which is like fair. Yeah, they don't exist in canon lore. But if you only ever stuck to canon lore only, the books only, forever, you would just never make anything Witcher again. Because the books have an end. And Sapkowski, for like the longest time, has said stuff like, oh, I'm writing another book. And like there was an Italian convention where he's like, yeah, I'm totally working on another book. But then he's still not made another book. So there is still no other book, Sapkowski. So yeah, I would just say do your own thing. As long as you write it in there with good reasoning. Like things that you would want to write into your fanfiction would be, first of all, you want a school. Pick a school that would be okay with doing this. So probably wouldn't be the cat school at this moment in time, just for cats. Speaking of cats, just for their lore reasons. But I think maybe the Griffin, maybe Skellige is a pretty good contender, or just make a whole Witcher school of your own. Honestly, the Lynx at the moment we know nothing about yet, so maybe the Lynx, especially if they want to do that in like the High North. So write a school about that, and then give them a reason as to how they started making female Witchers. Like, they ran out of boys, because they all died in war or something. Or there were a bunch of girls who just really wanted to be Witchers. Or maybe an all-Witcher female school because a sorceress was disgruntled or something. Like, you can write whatever you want. It will never be canon, but it will be fun. And that's it. Have fun. Just have fun. And if people are upset because you make fanfiction, tell them to eat a whole cactus. Anyway, I've missed a lot of chat now. Game ends naturally at 14:53, unless you set no end date. We could just do that, to be honest. I'll probably suck at the game for the first start. The aim in CK3 is to do a Habsburg and marry within family. Oh, that's easy. I will make the family circle, yes. Arwinism. Catism? Cat. Listen, if the cat's not here, it's not my stream. With Ciri's blood, they could make a new Trial of Grasses? No! Oh, no. Oh, are you still here? Are you still here? Are you thinking about the animated Vesemir thing? Or is that what you're thinking about? Because that's not how Witcher trials work at all, unfortunately. No, fortunately, because that would be disastrous. Where'd the cat go? I just caught up to the cat candy. Rip. Oh, rip. You can make your own country in CK3. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to recreate the Great Sun and black backgrounds. Belico, we're not making Nilfgaard! We're not making Nilfgaard. You so angry? Which of many? Me or the cats? 18th of April, no clue what does make me? I don't know either. I think maybe Gemini? I think maybe, I'm actually not sure. Watched Cinema Therapy video about movie Fight Club, and now YouTube recommended me a different video talking about Fight Club from a year ago. If you watch one video on a thing, it will now think that that's the only thing you ever want to watch. Oh, there's another video about that from a Ryan guy. When do you get to go home, Ronnie? Soon? I currently do not think highly of mine, but it's better than many alternatives. Wait, which one? The country? Or I have gratuity tickets to Ladies' Day at Ascot. I never plan on going to. There are a lot of big hats there. Is that why you don't want to go? Because of the big hats? Hi, Jael. Hello. Good day. What's up? What's up? There's a female Witcher. Oh god, I already read that. Ah! Men were generally more expendable. Yeah, pretty much. There's a super thirsty fellow in there every day. Leave the Discord immediately. Oh yeah, as I said, I hear that. I do hear that a lot. It's true. Copyright is the limit. Oh god, I'm trying to catch up so hard, but it's really hard. 3 women, 100 men, village. Village is dead. 3 men, 100 women, village alive. Yeah, pretty much. A school with nothing but cloned Witchers. They'd all be Geralt. So what about canon lore? Canon lore is the books, but and everything else is not, basically. This is exactly how Warhammer lore works, just on a much grander scale. Yeah, and like, I think if you try to keep everything constantly extremely accurate to canon, I think it would also get very boring. You have to make something new eventually. You know what I mean? You have to. That doesn't mean perverting what's already there, but like make something new. That's why I like the games also. The voice just kept dying. Witcher 4 will have female witchers, mark my words. Well, yeah, like I said, we don't have any information on the School of the Lynx, so they might have. They might have a completely different like set of mages that started completely different procedures. Systems of Battle are a thing in Warhammer 40k, where 99% of the armies previously were men. It's just a group of very angry women. I could very much relate. Just write them in some. We ran out of orphan boys to kidnap. Hi, Pita. Hello. Good time zone. Hello there. Subs created because no boys allowed. Just yeah. Literally though. I think I just mix all the canons together. Okay, so no, Sirius not a witcher in the books. She's. Do they say she's a witcher in the Netflix show? Because I'm actually not sure. Do they say like she's a witcher? Because she, I think they were like trying to make her a witcher, right? Or was that it? Like they were trying to make her a witcher? Yeah, they had like Ciri's blood in Netflix. We can't make new witchers, but we can't make new witchers. Netflix canon. What if we make new witchers with Ciri's blood somehow? Yes. It's interesting for sure. Netflix series definitely says Ciri's blood can make new witchers, mutagens. Yeah. So that was a thing that they made. Hi Amanda, have good lurk. Thank you for lurk. Did you call me? Sorry to descend. When are you going home? Aries, Aries, Leo, Lion. Oh, so I was not even close. You should be the god of war. Easy. I don't want to go because of upper middle class British people thinking overpriced sparkling wine is fancy. That's valid, honestly. I probably also wouldn't. I probably also wouldn't go. She never did the mutations in the book, and a series girl doesn't want her to do the mutations because it is 100% deadly to girls, and I don't know if she's a real witcher in the books. No, she's not. She never becomes a real witcher, but she also doesn't need it because she's the Elder Blood. Like, honestly, she's stronger than most witchers, eventually. In 40k, everyone and everything is angry. That's true, it's fair. They don't say she's a witcher? Yeah. Okay, so because they stop. Yeah, okay. So they stop her. So, let me start at the start real quick. So witchers initially were created by Malaspina and Alzur. Malaspina was Alzur's master, and the reason they started making witchers was actually not initially because they wanted monster slayers. It was a nice like side thing, but because they wanted workers that would never get tired and would never stop and would never complain. They wanted mindless drones to work for them. And then eventually, they wanted them to be really strong as well, of course, so they could do all the labor. And then eventually that turned into witchers. They never got to the point where they were mindless drones, but they did get to be really strong, really long-lived. They didn't get tired very quickly. And that's, then the Witcher started existing. And the way they did that is, if you read Season of Storms, unfortunately, Malaspina and Alzur were of the school of Risberg. And when I say school of Risberg, I don't mean they went to school there, but they had the same mindset. And Risberg's mages basically said, we don't really care what happens to humans. Ever. If they die, they die for science. Because Geralt actually literally went to Risberg and he brought some plates of a monster that he found. And he was like, look at this plate. This plate is not amazing. It's what is this? And they went, oh, that was created by one of our mages, one of the most amazing mages. And was it Alzur? I don't think it was. It was like one of their, I think it was Alzur's apprentice that they said. And they were mad at Geralt for murdering the monster, killing the monster that had been murdering people on the high road. I think it was Edarin, yeah, I think it was been. And they were upset about that because it was such a masterpiece, and how dare you? You destroyed art, basically. So those are the types of people that made witchers, which is how so many of them die in the process. So what they do is first, they use potions, various different kinds of potions, to make the body susceptible to transformation. So that's the Trial of the Grasses. That's when they use the potions, and the body becomes malleable. And at that point, they use magic and spells and mutagens to add to the Witcher, to add to the boy, like cat eyes, like extremely good reflexes, etc. and then they put the boy back together and hope he doesn't die after that. But most of them did die, which is unfortunate, but again, they didn't really care. And that's the reason why the Witchers now don't want to make new Witchers, because they know what happens and they know what the process is. So the reason they can't make it is, one, all of the mages that knew how to do it are dead. The Wolf School is where the Witchers were made, and in the books it's never said that they were made anywhere else. It was the Wolf School only, and other schools might have, but they were likely also attacked. The Wolf School was then attacked, led by other mages and a whole bunch of rebel peasant folk, and they murdered everybody. Vesemir survived as the only one there. He was a swords master, swords trainer, whatever, and he was under the rubble, and he woke up among like a bunch of dead Witchers. Geralt, Lambert, and Eskel survived because they were not at the keep at the time. They were not there, so they were already on the path. So they never died there, and they all said, well, okay, we don't know how to do it anymore, because the only people who know how to take a boy apart and put the boy back together are mages. Secondly, most people die. Most of the boys that undergo this entire ordeal die. And thirdly, we don't actually like being a Witcher. Being a Witcher kind of sucks. They're also becoming slowly obsolete because, soldiers in general, they're getting better techniques. They're getting better science. Science is advancing. So, eventually they're going to get things like giant guns. You know what I mean? Like, they will get guns eventually. And if you meet a drowner and you have a gun, you don't really need a Witcher anymore. So that's slowly happening. Monsters are also dying out because the Witchers are murdering them and the soldiers are murdering them. And since there was no new conjunction of spheres, there are no new monsters being added to the world. So eventually they're just all gone unless, we get another conjunction that has a lot of monsters, which there will be another conjunction because this is just a cyclical thing. But for the moment, you don't really need Witchers. So anyway, that is the long and short of how Witchers are made and why Witchers are the most opposed to not making new ones. Vesemir definitely does not want to make any more Witchers ever. He is very upset about it. Oh god, Lambert is also super upset about it. I think Eskel's probably the chillest about it, but everyone else is pretty mad about it. Anyway, now you know. I got Aurora some pajamas. You got her pajamas. That's adorable. I don't know if she's a real Witcher in the game. No, she's not a real Witcher in the game either. But she can. I guess is that a spoiler? No, she can become one in name. I will not say more because I know that maybe some people have not actually played The Witcher 3 yet. Just in case. Games Workshop did have female Space Marines during the Rogue Trader first season edition, but retconned it for second edition. They created Sisters of Battle to deal with specifics and rebalance the Astromilitary. The lore used to have female-only brigades and virtually no women in the army. What the heck? That sounds kind of sad. Yeah, that's kind of science. Yeah. Honestly, it was a sacrifice I was willing to make. Apparently so, yes. They sound like they need a good killing. They were awful. They also were awful to Geralt otherwise, by the way. They tried to frame him. They tried to frame Geralt. That's a whole other story. That's fun. Occasionally I hear something that makes me remember just how much of the short story I'm working on steals from The Witcher. That's fine. Don't say it out loud. It's fine. Human transmutation, Full Metal Alchemist. Yes, as above, so below. How long have Witchers been made? Like, how many generations of Witchers are there? Oh, they don't really say anything about that. Do they give me a number? I don't think they give me a number on when Malaspila and Ulcer existed. It can't have been more than a few hundred years, though, I wager. Kind of depends. I'd have to see if there's a year given on that one. I don't think there are. I'm actually not sure. Monsters do breed, but they get killed faster than they breed. That's more the thing. Because again, everyone is getting a lot better at murdering monsters. Wolf School is attacked by people angry that Jinsei Monto is just confusing Netflix canon for a book canon. I'll just continue. Pita. But I mean, the Wolf School was attacked by an angry mob. That is true. Just probably not Not in the way that it was done in the Vesemir one. They slowly turn into American shoot first, ask later. Well, if you find a ghoul that wants to eat you, then I think it's okay if you want to shoot them, maybe. You're welcome, Paper Plane. I hope it helps. But yeah, a new conjunction would also be a good reason to have maybe people make female witchers, I guess. Arwen? Are you okay? Oh, you still... I owe you a candy. You want a candy? Let's see if she wants to take the candy. Yes, she does. She absolutely pounced on that. She's in the play mood. Everyone wants to play. Every time there's talk about The Witcher here, I start looking forward to reading more of the books. You're welcome. I hope you're enjoying them. I heard that the golden era of Witchers was like 10th century, and the book games are like 13th century, so a few hundred years worth of Witcher. Yeah, okay, so I was pretty accurate there. Arwen? Hi. Are you okay? Oh, you're a little bit of a goblin, aren't you? I was about to explain why, then I realized I'd be spoiling the movie. I decided to turn into a vampire show. Yeah, we try to keep this chat spoiler free for everything. Also, I love how Septic's name just completely broke my alerts there. If we're going to talk more about Witcher, what's really happening with the spheres? Planets pass monsters from one another? No. So the way that the conjunction of the spheres work is, I think it's on a 1,000-year cycle, but either way, think of the Witcher planes, because they are different worlds. So you have the Witcher world. This is the Witcher world, right? But there are alternate planes of reality, right? For example, this is the NL world. Oh, Witcher world, NL world, and then the conjunction of spheres happens, and splash! And imagine that this pot of Vaseline was open. Oh no, now there's a bit of Vaseline in my water, and there's a little bit of water in my Vaseline. That's basically how the conjunction of spheres work. Imagine literal spheres, literal bubbles, and they're all just kind of crashing into each other, and things spill over from one bubble to the other bubble, and then everyone has a little bit of each other bubbles, which meant that the Witcher world got a little bit of monsters from all the other monster bubbles. And the other world's got a little bit of human, maybe? You never know. You have to know also that humans were not native to the Witcher world. They came in during the conjunction of spheres. So I usually had the idea, the theory, that the NL world was the original human world. And then they bonked into the Witcher world, and a bunch of them spilled over, but not all of them. And the NL invaded the human world and killed them all. Which is why there's a giant pile of skulls there. Fun, fun, fun. Hi, New! Hello, buddy! I'm doing alright, how are you? How are you doing? I feel like the plot of Logan is pretty similar to the Witcher series. Gruff mutant, lack of new mutants, has to protect daughter-like character from evil authorities. I feel like the gruff dad protecting little girl daughter is kind of a trope at this point, isn't it? I feel like it is. A new conjunction could result in female witches arriving from another sphere. Then there would have to be another sphere that very specifically also started making witchers? And they would have to be like, I guess humans? Or I guess they could be a different race that started making Witcher type creatures that are not like Witcher. They might not call them Witchers, but they're basically Witchers to a point. Maybe one generation before Vesemir, but it's even possible that Vesemir was one of the first Witchers. He is quite old. Yes, he is quite old. But I don't think he was one of the. I don't know if he was one of the first ones. I'm thinking numbers. I'm not good at numbers at all. It's like I don't think they ever mention anyone before that. I just know he was a fencing master. I did enjoy the first book, though. How it was written, going back and forth between stories, was a little strange to me. Yeah, that's because they are actually short stories. So if you are ever going to start reading The Witcher, the first two books, The Last Wish and The Sword of Destiny, first appeared in, was it Naua Fantastica? and they appeared as short stories. So Sapkowski never meant for this to be like a saga. He just wrote short stories with Geralt in them and then posted them in this fantasy magazine. And then eventually, because they got so popular, they decided to bundle it into books, which means that the first 2 books are literally just compilations of all those short stories, which doesn't really have any overarching plot otherwise, because that doesn't start until Blood of Elves, which is why it can be a little bit disjointed sometimes. But if you read it for a second time, it makes sense. So the through line of The Last Wish, for example, is that Geralt is at Nenneke's temple. This takes place after the final story, the final short story in the first book. Because he gets hurt, and then he goes to Nenneke's temple to recover, and he basically tells Nenneke the short stories. That's the idea. The Dutch are invading again every single time. Every single time. Gekoloniseerd. Vaseline in my water. I'm trying to explain it. So you have 1 glass is how you drink together. So if 1 glass is poisoned, all of them get poisoned. You just mix them together, you do a little shake. A bit like Kronk in the Emperor's New Groove. The good Emperor's New Groove. Creatures being inter-exchanged. Yes, exactly. I'll turn the music up a little bit. I feel like it's not very loud. It also happened with chocolate and peanut butter, which is how Reese's Peanut Butter Cups came into existence. They sphered together. I'm on vacation. I will regret it, but I wasn't able to carry on. You should have a vacation. Don't regret that. If you regret it, then the vacation is pointless. I know this from experience, because I can't relax on vacations either. You have to meow. Yes. You have to become zen. Do other planets even exist outside of the Witcher plane? I'm pretty sure the continent exists on a planet similar to Earth, as there are day and night. Well, the spheres are not the same as planets. So the spheres are literally entirely different planes of existence, right? It's not planets colliding, it's literally just entire other worlds. Basically the multiverse theory in action, except that the multiverses are extremely different everywhere. And that's also what you see when you play The Witcher 3. You go with Avallac'h and you travel through to get to the world of the NL. That's all of those worlds, and different kinds of worlds. It's called The Last of Us. Yes, also that one. Absolutely. Call meetings. Have good meetings, Talor. Happy Monday. Witcher and the Multiverse Conjunction. Well, it's so funny as well, because this is what I talked about in the Elric versus The Witcher video as well, is that the multiverse thing, Moorcock was one of the first people to do that, really, to really like dig into that. And in one of his other books, he did mention a conjunction of spheres. Basically Sapkowski saw that and said, you made this? I made this. So you kind of used that there. I don't think it was used as often before that. And I don't think it's too big of a deal for Sapkowski's stories, because it's literally just like the start of his world building. It's an easy way to add different characters to different worlds. They would have to have the exact same ideas. I think that would be weird. Which ones? Did I forget? It's got negative COVID test answer. Good. I mean, you're also still, I guess, sick, but good? Question mark. I didn't get to see if you commented about the announcement of the new Witcher games. I did on Twitter, but we don't really know much else about it than I already said. I was right though. It was the School of the Lynx. But we don't know if my other theory was right, so I guess we'll see. I thought we were going to go to the northern mountains, like beyond the Amel Mountains, and beyond, or sorry, not Amel. Is it past Amel? Beyond Kovir. I think that is actually the Amel Mountains. Maps, am I right? I know there were at first short stories, which took me some time to adjust to, but it was more the fact that they would stop one short story and not continue it for a while. Well, yeah, because that's the through line of Geralt and Nenneke. They were just written in there to basically paste all the short stories together. So it's not necessarily a short story in and of itself. Thank you, Bowman. Celebrate did something like that as well. Ciri visits Night City. Yeah, well, it's implied that she did. The people with metal in their head, right? I love that Elric versus Geralt video of yours. Must have watched like 10 times by now. Oh, thank you. I'm really glad you like it. Thank you very much. I've like video-wise, I'm thinking of canceling Patreon and Ko-fi of just like deleting it, because I kind of just want to take my time on all my videos, like really, really take my time. And the next video is Onimusha, and I really, really want to do Onimusha well. I want to like make it the best I can, and I already have so many ideas of how I want to write it. So I just I think I might take like a while on that one, and I'm definitely gonna edit it myself. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Oh my god, I have some recordings. In Onimusha 3, there's just this moment where, and this is completely out of context, but it's Jean Reno, a Japanese samurai, and like some FBI agent woman or whatever sitting in a car, and it's just like dead silence. But it's just a frontal view of the car of those three people sitting in a car, and you just hear the car go. And like, I know I'm not explaining it that well right now, but it's so funny to me. And I'm gonna use that clip everywhere. And then there's this other clip of just Samonosuke, which is like the Japanese samurai, coming into a room like, it's me again! And it's just oh god, it's such a corny video game, and I love it. It's fantastic. Oh god. I'm really looking forward to that one. Would it be too obvious that the new Witcher school has female witchers if it was named School of the Cougar? Well, it's called the Lynx. I mean, it's close enough. Like, I think some people thought it was cougar, maybe also because of snow. I just felt Lynx made more sense because of the ears, personally. Hi, Antir. Hello. Good day. I was talking about the other universe witchers. They would have to have the same ideas as the ones we know. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's why I feel like that would be unlikely. But I think if you really want to, you can write your way around it. Again, you just have to be a good writer. You have to be good at writing your fanfic. Are we doing a video on Oisha violations? On the what? Hello, this is Tancred. Yes, but it's like, oh, it's such a good one. I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's on a School of the Cougar if Nenneke is in charge of it. Yo, they did Nenneke dirty in the Netflix show. I love Nenneke. I wanted to see more of her. And she's there for like 2 seconds. Come back, bring back Nenneke. They do her like dirty in every single adaptation for The Witcher. That, the original Polish Witcher series as well did the same thing. Nenneke was there for like a little bit, and then they just like killed her. They just murdered her. It was like, oh my god. I saw that happen and I was like, no. But then again, that same show also made Vesemir like a priest, so I guess I should have seen it coming. Have fun with that, Soapman. Enjoy. I don't really remember them being separated by their conversation in the first Witcher book. Like, there was a short story about Geralt doing something and suddenly he was doing something else. Yeah, so if you, usually it'll be like, I should just go and pick up the book real quick. Usually it's the case that there is a short story. I think the opening of The Last Wish is weirdly the start of the Striga story. So that's when that happens. And that story technically doesn't end then until the end of the book. So I get why that's confusing. So it starts, he does the Striga thing, he gets hurt, he's in Ellender, and then he starts telling stories. And then it ends with The Last Wish, which is, you know, where he meets Yennefer, and then it goes back to Nenneke's temple, and he's like, ooh, I am now healed from the Striga thing from the start of this book. So I see how that's a little bit confusing. I can see that, 100%. I think if you read it a second time, you'll be like, oh, okay. Now it makes sense. They did everyone dirty in the Netflix show. Oh. My favorite Onimusha quote. Oh, a liver. Is that, oh, what's his name? Is that Guildenstern? Guildenstern? Is that him? Doesn't he say that? I think it's him who says that. Be so good at writing fan fiction that people accept it as original fiction? That's what Tolkien said? Yeah, no, yes. That's basically the Trojan War. But they are like, no, this really happened. That's what a lot of people think, so. Did you DDoS me? Everything was going fine until 2 minutes here? Yes. I don't know how to DDoS, but I did, that's what I did. Yes. Dang, Doom Eternal looks rad. Is this Doom Eternal? Am I Doom Eternal? Hi, Silver! Hello! Good time zone. How are you doing? The whole hell is fanfiction? That's true also! Yes, it's Christian fanfiction! Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, the Dante's Inferno. That's so funny though. Yo, I watched, oh, what's his name again? Wendigoon? Wendigoon went through like the whole thing. And it's such... Literally, I think it's hilarious that Dante literally wrote himself into hell and he made himself the biggest Mary Sue. He was like, yes, actually, everyone loved me. All the people in hell loved me, and the angels loved me the most, and God loved me the most also. I am the best, and everyone loves me. And all these other people suck. And if they don't like my city, then they're definitely in hell. And also, everyone, did I mention that everyone loves me? That's basically the entirety of Dante's Inferno. Everything, that's the whole thing. I am doomed, that's for sure. Oh, Ronnie, no, nobody. This is Thancred. Guildenstern said that. Guildenstern is such a, oh god. It's funny because like tactics is kind of in the middle of all the games and it puts everything on its head. The Pope has a fan art of a fan fiction behind his throne. It just looked nice, I get it. Sometimes I hang things on my wall and I just like how it looks. You think that the reason females can't survive the trial of the grasses is due to their genes, like how in Left 4 Dead there are more males immune than females? Females. Sorry. Maybe. Here's the thing. It's not explained. It's never explained. So I could theorize. I could definitely theorize. I think it is in part because men and women have a different physiological, is that the word? Physiologicalies? Their bodies are different. In general, all bodies are different, which is probably why some boys survived and some boys didn't, because they had a slightly stronger body. But it's not confirmed. So it's all speculation at that point. It's all just like, yeah, maybe. Maybe that's a thing. I think in general, if they had tried to experiment as often on girls as they did on boys, if there was a ready supply of girls, which there wasn't, I think they would have probably done both. Because again, Malaspina and Alzur really do not care about human life. I cannot emphasize that enough. They don't care who dies. As long as they can poke around in human bodies and make something new out of it. So if they had the option, there would have probably been female witchers as well, yes. Well, they didn't. Because they were lazy. Fanfiction ruined Critical Role from Fight Me? What? What? There's Critical Role fanfiction? Well, actually, no, of course there is. Yeah, there probably is. Frickin' Dante, I know. I might read it a second time, though I want to read some other books that I was recommended. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I read the Witcher books a lot. The mostestest, yes. And also my enemies are in hell. Portals. All of them. My subscription ran out. Well, welcome back, Heaves. Thank you for the resub. I am glad that you returned to us. This is very good. This is an excellent development, actually. Thank you. Welcome back. How are you doing? The Book of Exodus is the original biblical writer talking about how his OC is better than the Egyptian god. No, but you're right, though. Dante's Inferno is Bible fanfiction. Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said. Also, hi, Felch. Hello. Good time zone. Also, Beatrice. The best woman. The best woman. Look at this Greek philosopher. That's my best buddy. And he loves me also, by the way. Also, Julius Caesar is here. He's also in hell because he wasn't Christian, but like, I like him, so he's not in super hell, I guess. Am I Dante? Does everyone in hell love you? Because like, then you may be Dante. Contact your doctor if you might be Dante. Candy also. Marcel! 40 months! Holy crap! Welcome back! Thank you for the resub! 40 months, holy heck. I need to make some new alerts. I say this every time I see it, but I really do. Good night, Kaisa. Oh, you're probably already in bed. I'm sorry. Good night, though. Any news of Florence? I I see that you're suffering, but how's Florence doing though? Good morning, Moonflower. Hello. Good time zone. Everyone except Dante's girlfriend. She ditches him at the end before he meets God in heaven. She's like, never mind this guy. Dante's Divine Comedy is definitely the most creative way I've seen to deal with a midlife crisis. Hey, listen, it went really well for him. Even though for some parts, the church went, okay, look, this maybe is a little too far. Sir, please calm down. It reminds me of Narnia, except when I read it as a child, I didn't make the connection. Which part of Narnia? I didn't, because I didn't connect anything of Narnia when I was young. Females. People do not survive the trial of grasses because somebody wrote that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he didn't write it in, so it didn't happen, basically. Also, greetings, Heaps. You must know. I must know everything. Sometimes it seems that way, honestly. Yeah, physiology. That's like how a body looks, right? I like how a body. I'm not sure. I'm not English. I'm Dutch. Goedemorgen. Paralyzed lost the whole Satan, the serpent in the Garden of Eden, and Lucifer being all the same entity character isn't supported by the Bible either. No, I learned that very recently as well, and it was so interesting. Like, I half want to do a Bible study just so I can. There's so much stuff that people just kind of accepted as true, but it was not actually in the Bible ever, which hilarious. Where did it come from? Who said it? Experimenting on young boys was just religion commentary on the writer's side. Oh yeah, I don't think it was commenting very well, to be honest. He could have probably done a better job. But yeah, honestly, maybe. He once explained why Yennefer cannot have kids. What was that again? So when any mage, so just unfortunately, not just Yennefer, well, fortunately, unfortunately, when mages in general attune to magic, their parts of their body atrophy. They stop working entirely. So for women, I think it's that's a word for it. Part of their reproductive organs atrophy completely. For men, the same thing. Not all of them have this problem, but the majority of them have this problem. Yennefer was one of those people. Fun fact: Geralt's mom is a sorceress. So she did not have that problem. However, a lot of the times when mages have children, they have birth defects of various kinds. So Tissaia de Vries at that point was like, so most of y'all can't have kids, but I want to make sure that none of you have kids, so we're just gonna make sure that you don't. We're gonna just castrate everyone, or whatever the word for that is. So we're gonna make everyone infertile, which is from The Poison Source, which is a book she wrote. So what I'm saying is Tissaia de Vries is like weird. She's like what is a word for that? I forget what the word is, but she was basically like, no, we cannot have people be born that they're not perfect. So maybe don't idolize her too much. That's all I'm saying. This applies to the local orphanage. Classic. Pretty much eugenics. Thank you, Ronnie. That's the word I was looking for. She's about that. So we don't we're not here for her. Honestly. It was not the hysterectomy from the Netflix series. No, you don't have to pull anything out of the body. No, it's just like they're using magic, and as they're using magic, their body attunes more and more to magic, and then eventually they just can't have kids anymore. Which is also partially why if you don't make it through the first year, you're usually more okay than otherwise, and you get yeeted out. You're still like a little bit of a sorceress, but you're not like a full-fledged sorceress, so you have to go and become like a lawyer or something so you don't disgrace the profession. And well, good to hear that, Eves. The tea party really is within reach. It is. I think I might actually I might get an outfit for it. Will I get an outfit? Maybe. Depends. Maybe. Oh god, it scrolled my chat again! Stop it! I love your chat. My essay's basically writing itself. You're very welcome. I don't think the author ever explained it. Yeah, no. Honestly, he doesn't really go into detail for most things. He really doesn't. But yeah, they're usually throwaway lines that explain certain parts. Fun fact, there's also a was never translated, but Sapkowski had like a lineage, kind of like a history tree kind of background story thing that he wrote for all of like the royal houses and stuff and what happened here and there, which is also, it was only ever in Polish. I had to translate this in Google Translate to figure out what happened to Kovir, because like I found out about this document when I was writing the Kovir video, the Kovir and Povis video for YouTube. And that's when I realized it existed, and there's like tons of information in there. And some of the things there didn't make it into the books, most of it didn't, especially, so funny, because this got uploaded today. I will retweet it when I'm done with stream as well. I did a So You Want to Be a Millionaire thing for The Witcher, and one of the questions was what Ada's hair color was, and in that little background information, he was like, it's white, or like it turned white or something. It was red and it turned white, or it was white initially and then it turned red after the curse got lifted, but that never made it into the books. So that question existed, and I answered it. It was like red, the hair is red. And they were like, no, that's wrong, it's white. And I was like, I literally actually'd the hosts. I was like, I don't know about that actually. Wait, hold on. Let me just look this up real quick. So I went to look it up. I was like, no, that's red. It was red. And they didn't know either, so we learned something together that day. And it was the coolest thing, because I literally did not know that this was a thing, that this was like a background story thing. And it was I was considering putting it in the Witcher Facts as well, but I have to go and double check that it's there, and it's in Polish, so I have to go and do the translate thing, obviously. But yeah, so that happened. I thought that was so fun. Also, the hosts are really nice. If you're gonna watch it, they're so nice. Leave a nice comment on their YouTube channel, because they deserve it. They were lovely. Anyway, let me continue reading. My life is the only divine comedy because every day God looks down on me and laughs at the joke they've created. No, Sasha, you are only allowed to be nice to yourself. In this chat, we are nice to ourselves. So because you've now said something not nice about yourself, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take the colleague approach. You have to say 5 nice things about yourself. Or else. I don't know what the or else is, but I just finished Red Rising, and that book reads like a CW show, but with god levels of violence. Wait, is it a good or a bad thing? The heavy religious implications in Narnia? Oh yeah. I mean, Aslan is Jesus, right? Like, we've agreed on that. And I think actually, did I talk about this on stream before? That Tolkien and I don't remember what his name is, the guy who wrote Narnia, they had conversations sometimes, and he was just like really open about it. Yeah, no, the lion's Jesus. That's it. Just wrote him in like that. Narnia becomes a Christian fest at the end. If you're a kid, you don't even realize, though. I never realized as a kid either. C.K. Lewis, thank you. Yes. It's Pickle Sasha! I don't know if it's the uterus that got atrophied. I'm actually not sure. Mages have broken dingalings. I don't know what part of like men gets atrophied. I actually don't know. I'd have to go look that up again. That's where the Netflix went mad. Yeah. Well, I think the Netflix show did the whole uterus thing because they wanted to show, like, a show has to be show don't tell, right? And you can't really show someone's uterus getting atrophied very well on screen to like make it known that this is like a thing that happens. So I kind of get it, but also, wow, that's a bit tortury. Thank you. Funny how mostly males answer the question for the reproductive organs of a female. Like, it's English. I don't know English very well. What kind of magic is that? Normally I only hear circles and mana heart. And what? Was that a Witcher thing? I'm working for a video game magazine and I want to make a video about how I want a female protagonist for the next Witcher game. It could be Ciri also. Yo, I said this before as well. I would really like it to actually not be a Witcher. I would really like the protagonist to not be a Witcher. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but I feel like at this point we've seen so much about Witchers and not a whole lot about anyone else. And there's such a wealth of things you can do with with mages, with elves, with dwarves. God, there's like a bunch of really cool non-human races that we can also read and write about. Like, do some of those. I want to see some of those. Yeah, they got sterilized. That's eugenics. Yeah, pretty much. All spayed and neutered. Yes. What a fun time. I know, Velch. I know. Witcher universe sure is suck. No, it is sure suck. Extremely suck. There are no, that's what I said before as well. There are no good people in the Witcher world. They don't exist. There are none. Geralt's not good. Ciri's not good. Regis not good. Everyone's a little bit not good. But they're all trying their best, and that's what matters. Why lawyer of all things? Because that's easy. Literally, it had to be a profession that was still kind of reputable, but where they couldn't do too much damage, which is why the men all went into politics. So sad. That's so sad. Yen saw infertility as a disadvantage. Geralt saw it as an opportunity to bang half the population of the continent. It's not wrong. You're not wrong, I guess. You're not wrong. They also can't get sick, so that's good. Probably because he can't really explain everything. Well, that's the thing. Like, he puts... The thing what Sapkowski put everywhere in the books is just like random little tidbits of books that people wrote in the Witcher world. And then he obviously had the background thing also. And he had the... every so often he'll have Dandelion's A Year of Poetry where he explains some things as well. But a lot of the times he also just drops stuff. Like he did a whole spiel about what happened to Kovir and Povis, which he didn't have to do, but I thought was very interesting. I like that. Didn't mean to post all that. Unless...
Bits.
Have you said 5 nice things about yourself today, Jinsey?
I've said one. I've said...
Kind, wonderful person, and you having an amazing, welcoming community is not a coincidence. You did that.
It's so funny because it caught off on my screen and I was like, oh, that's all. Nope, that's not all you said. Thank you. That's so sweet. That's very sweet of you, Bowman. Thank you very much. Also for the biddies, but also for being so nice to me. I have to say one nice thing to myself in the mirror every day, but I haven't said anything not nice about myself. If I say something not nice about myself, I have to say 5 nice things about myself. That's the rule. Translate best friends until it screws you over with a weird translation. Yeah, pretty much. Although it's funnily enough, there are certain translations that are missing from the Witcher books in English. And I don't remember exactly what the phrasing was, but there was a little bit of a disconnect between the moment that Calanthe sent out Mousak. So in one of the versions, in Polish or English, I don't remember which is which, in one of them it was implied that Mousak was to kill Geralt. In the other one, it was implied that Mousak was to kill Ciri. This is a very big communication error right there. One interesting thing is that Sapkowski does differ between female witches and witches. Wait, where does he talk about female witchers at all? But yeah, I never really linked the, because I know that there was this one really long video where someone was like, yeah, witchers are just male witches, but I do not agree with that whatsoever. It's fine to have that as an assumption, but I don't really prescribe to it. Have good dinner, Goldstein. I have nothing nice about myself. You have to. You have to. I'm sorry. C.S. Lewis. The lion is Untyr. The lion is Jesus Untyr? Tolkien said you can't have a lamppost in your fantasy book, and Lewis said bet? No, but actually though. Tell, don't show pitch meeting. It's all, honestly, lots of shows get this wrong, where they just like talk a bunch. Games do the same thing though. Wasn't there also the thing about having Santa in Narnia with Lewis and Tolkien? I think maybe you might be, honestly, you might be right. Arwen, are you sitting on the router? She thinks it's food. That is not food. No, it's not. It's not food. I just needed to get you off the router. Arwen, no, don't eat that! Don't eat that! That's tinfoil! Okay, yes, you can play with it. That's okay. Okay, she has a toy now. Oh, cats. Hey, yeah, you are a weirdo. The only reason I would finish reading it is to be a completionist. I know that feeling. I do that sometimes. Vietchman is Witcher, Vietchmina is the female Witcher, and Vietchma is a witch. Does he have like an interview about this anywhere that I don't know about? Because if so, can you send it to me? Again, I will follow you on Twitter. You can send it to me because I am very intrigued. Fun book fact, Jim Butcher got a lot of comments about his writing style in class from his teacher and went, fine, I'll follow your rules and I will promise it'll be boring. And then it became the first book in the Dresden Files. Oh no! He was like, damn you and your useful commentary. Stop eating it, Arwen. If you swallow it, I swear. I have a nice shiny head. Yes, you do. My beard is nice. Yes, it is. I care for the people like you do a lot. I'm actually quite smart, even though I say otherwise. You are extremely intelligent, sir. I am reliable. You are definitely 100% reliable. Hell yeah. Good stuff, Sasha. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Random dude nights? I think she ate it. Oh, Arwen. Vampires? Wait, what? Those won't get explored for one dumb reason. Shareholders? Oh yeah! Oh god, vampires would be so cool though. But here's the thing. I think they would be. I think people would play. Would you not play a game where you play as a vampire or as like a mage? I would. If you don't play as one of the poor ducking infantry, alright. Oh, that's what the random dude night was about. Listen, this is why I need to catch up on chat harder. Oh man. Did we talk about that Lynx medallion originating in a fanfiction where Lambert and Kira Metz reformed the cat school as a Lynx school? No. Because it didn't. They literally already said that. They did not look at the fanfiction and said, yes, let's do that. Especially because these sorts of things get decided ages ago. Like, I'm willing to bet that this Lynx medallion thing was like very, very, very old in terms of when they thought of this. If like and Lambert and Kira Metz forming a new cat school, a new Witcher school, that would be redonkulous. In actual canon, like fanfiction, do what you want, obviously. But that would make no sense. Lambert literally hates being a Witcher. He hates it. And he would go out to make new Witchers? Lambert would? Nah, mate. Nah. How about a Witcher RTS? Oh god, no. What would you put in there? What would you put in there, though? I don't think so. A beautiful job, and they chose politics and lawyer. I know, it was a joke, right? It was a joke, let's be honest. YOLO Geralt, if I were that ripped, I would also have sex with everyone possible. Geralt is immune to STDs. Yes, Witchers and mages are immune to all diseases. Except for Triss. I don't know why her specifically, but like she can't treat herself with magic either, or like magic potions, but whoops. Yeah, it's not very likely. No, exactly. What paper plays that as well? Like, I think it's just their own thing. Kinsey staring into the mirror and going, damn girl, you fine there, compliments. I tried to do that once, Antir, but the best I could come up with the first time I did that was like, I looked in the mirror and I said, some people enjoy my streams sometimes. And that was like the first time. And I told Nick, because Nick is checking me on this, and he was like, that doesn't count, because that's not a compliment to you. It's also not a very good compliment. I have to say, if I wanted to do that, I would have to say, my streams are very good. Then it would count. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So I'm learning, I'm trying, I'm learning, okay? And every day a little better. If you require someone to inspire a nice thing to say about you, DM me. Launder, I know I can always ask you. I know that. I don't see any reason why you should say anything not good about yourself. Self-deprecating humor. I didn't used to do that. I didn't. I think also in part it's Twitch. Ever since I've been like more online, I have started cursing more, and I've started self-deprecating more. And I think I became really unhappy because of that. So now I try not to do that. I'm not saying I don't do that, because sometimes I will slip up. I'm trying my best not to do that. So that I can become happy again. Gambare. Everyone giving themselves a pep talk in the bathroom mirror, just like my Sims. Seriously though, Brit, it's good for you. It's good for you. Hi, Plinth. Hello, good time zone. Hello. How are you doing? Have good lurk, Pizza. Good time zone machine. Hello. Arwen has become the internet. Arwen keeps eating like the weirdest things. Lynx was not referenced at all anywhere in Wikimedia. The only reference I found was that fic. It's an animal, Heaps. It's a known animal to human life. I don't think it's related. Get her a box, she'll be endlessly happy. She has several boxes. Several boxes. Where did the Lambert Link school come from? Like, Lambert hates being a witcher. Yeah, exactly. He hates it, literally. He was like literally the first one to yell like, you what? When it was brought up that Yennefer just wanted to do like the trials and nothing else even. Maybe I should mail Jinsey more homemade lemon cookies. No, but there's their small box. She doesn't fit in those. No, there's actually, you saw that one, Danny. There's like a box, there's a cardboard box in the living room that has been there for years now because we don't throw it away because the cat likes sitting in it. I think it was an interview because I think I remember him talking about problems with translation and then in Polish everything is gendered. Oh, yeah. Well, in Dutch, yeah, kind of in Dutch as well. So it depends on the word, honestly. It depends on the word. In Dutch, we don't translate Witcher. We like I know that in German they say Hexer, but in Dutch we don't say we just say Witcher a lot of the times. But yeah, that makes sense. I found a few interviews for him, but some of them are not translated, so I can't really make out much. With giving Jinsey stuff till she gives the fish lasagna recipe. Next time we'll make it a cooking day. We'll make fish lasagna together. I prefer werewolf than vampire? Why not both? Why not both? The new game is really Gwent 2.0. I know that they were doing something else with Gwent related, but I can't remember where I read that. So I'm not sure. I still really want them to do a little bit more with Yordveth. And like I really liked Thronebreaker as well. Non-canon as it is, it was very enjoyable. And then they never made another one. Can they pass the STDs? They don't have one. They can't have one, so then you can't pass it. Brett! Brett! Ma'am! No further comments. Can you hate being a witcher yet acknowledge the need for them? No. Because you don't need them. That's the whole point. You don't need them. Like, there's no point for them to go and make a new witcher school right now. There really isn't. Some people enjoy my stream sometimes. It's already levels above the compliments I give myself. You should do the same thing. Every morning, give yourself a small compliment in the mirror. It doesn't have to be anything super huge, just like a little bit. And Triss's being allergic thing came out of nowhere and was never mentioned again. I know! You guys give compliments to yourselves? We have to, Skull. It's good for you. We no longer self-deprecate. We don't do that anymore. If you self-deprecate in my chat, you then have to give yourself 5 compliments, or we're timing you out. But take time. The Link Soul is refounded by Ciri after the events of The Witcher 3, and with no Trial of the Grasses, the combat becomes much more Soulsborne-like. Well, imagine if they like start doing Witchers, but without killing people, and all the other bad side effects. But then, what would be the point? Then there's no drama. Very self-deprecating, but I'm not very good at it. Plinth, say something nice about yourself. As remember how Arwen is very interested in my boots when I visited? She wants to sniff everything. Lily too. I can't even do that when I just feel giving compliments is awkward. I do too, Skull. I do too. Like I said, like the first time I complimented myself in the mirror was like nothing, really. But you have to get over that hurdle. You have to get over that hurdle. And like I get it because even when I'm alone, I'm literally standing alone in a bathroom. No one else is listening. It's just me, and I still can't really find anything to compliment myself, which is why you have to build it up. You have to gas yourself up a little bit. Come on. I love Gwent in The Witcher 3, but I have a hard time getting into the standalone game for some reason. Well, it's a completely different system, right? I still think it's a good game, but I haven't played in a while either. I really like the little, I think it's monthly, where they change it and they have like a, oh, what do you call that? Like they have a little different mechanic every time you have to build a deck around. I like those. If I get compliments, I just brush them off. I always ask more from myself. I don't deserve the compliment. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Absolutely you do. Everyone deserves a compliment every once in a while. And you know what? No one deserves to put themselves down constantly. I just hate how they all gatekeep the canon they don't even know. Which people? Which people? After Darksiders 3, I would like something in itself combat again, but not as insanely unenjoyable like Dark Souls. I really like Dark Souls though. There wouldn't be any monsters under Nilfgaardian rule. Velico, yes there would be, but they would utilize them. Imagine. When my wife was really depressed, I would write things I love about her on post-its and put them on her bathroom mirror. Oh, Bert, that's so sweet! Even if she didn't believe them, she could see that other people... That's the sweetest thing ever! Oh my god. Actually, sometimes Nick does that too. It's so sweet though! Oh, that's fucking wholesome. Just avoid self-deprecating yourself in chat and do it in real life. Skal, you have to say something nice about yourself. Say something nice about yourself in the chat right now. I call myself Jesus in these streams to compensate for my humor. Just anything nice. Anything. It doesn't have to be about something that you're insecure about yet. Just something that you genuinely like about yourself. Do we curse? I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. The boys' team always like, I don't hate women. I would play female, but just make something new. Well, why can't the new thing be women, though? Then why can the new thing not be women? Fran already told Kulsa that, oh god, that went too fast, that when I get complimented I just kind of shut down. Yes you do, Danny. Yes you do. If it's within your means, therapy is amazingly helpful. I've been looking for a therapist again in Canada, but it's hard. I had a good one in the Netherlands, then I moved to Belgium, then I finally found a decent one in Belgium, and then I moved again, and now I can't find one in Canada. But yeah, honestly, I can recommend therapy for everybody. It's just sometimes hard to find a therapist that vibes with you. Thanks for all this self-complimentary talk. I used to hate myself for being different, for having autism. Like, why do I hate myself for something I have no control over? No, exactly! You cannot help being the person that you are. So learn to love every part of yourself. And sometimes you have to work at that a little bit. That's okay. Part of the Witcher fandom? Yeah, but there's a reason also why I stopped doing really Witcher stuff on YouTube. You know, even outside of the Netflix show, people being like so mad at me. I think in general, it's not good to just do one fandom because you attract some interesting people. Let me just say that. We'll just say that. I've been craving a new D&D campaign for years now, so I can play a female character again when I give it another go. Are you gonna be a bard? I will only stand bards. I've literally only ever played bards. My next D&D character has to be something that's not a bard. I had a video game character moment where I was by myself at work and walked outside and spoke out loud, damn it's cold. It immediately reminded me of, looks like rain. Yes! I do that sometimes too. City Projekt said they will release a new single-player standalone Gwent game called The Golden Necker. Yes! That's what I was thinking about. So that's like, I guess, 2 Witcher games, technically. Yes, thank you, Sam. That's what I was thinking about. Have good luck, Saucy! Oh god, why is my chat going so fast? Stop it. I would roleplay in D&D so I wouldn't be playing you? Do it anyway. Danvers is like a strong fighter. In real life as well. There's a few of us in his very chat. Exactly. But like in general, even if there was no one else in his chat, it's still okay. Not trying to be a butthead, but are you playing a game today? No, literally I'm not. If I like eventually feel like it, maybe. But we would have played Crusader Kings today, Crusader Kings 3, but that one was requested. So it was a requested game by iSave, and iSave can't make it on Mondays, and I don't want to start the game without him. So we're gonna start that on Friday, and today is just, I guess, like a talking stream. And I was like, maybe I'll play some Final Fantasy? I actually have Final Fantasy open on the screen behind me. Because just in case. I hadn't even done Little Ladies Day. I haven't logged onto Final Fantasy in ages. I just haven't felt it, you know? If I had a partner and I would need to cheer them up, I'd probably write nice rack on the post-its. Listen, if that's a compliment they want, let's go. Let's go. I've already played Lesbian Disaster Monk. That could be you! This could be you! Nice things about me. I'm not fat anymore. That's nice, I guess. Skal, I want you to rephrase that completely. You have to say it like a compliment. You have to say, I like this about me. You gotta no, that doesn't count. That's like me saying some people enjoy my stream. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. My therapist is awesome. On top of helping me in a lot of ways, sometimes we just talk video games. Excellent! No, excellent. It's nice when you can vibe like that. I would make a great lesbian disaster monk. It's true. It's a fact. Was there a time when Jinsey complimented me and noticed me shut down? Yes. Yes? It's okay, we will not bring it up again. Interesting. I know, Hiko. Hello. Make a paladin! Paladins apparently are like super strong. In the D&D campaign that we're doing with Cole and Chelsea and Jam, Chelsea's a paladin and she slaps! She slaps! Holy crap. Like hella. Talking streams are nice. I like talking streams. Yeah, sometimes, honestly, sometimes it's just like one of those days where you just want to sit and talk a lot. I've been enjoying that more and more either way, because when in the past I didn't really start with a just chatting segment, first of all. But in the past, I also wouldn't have a starting screen. I would just jump in, I'd be like, hello, this is the game we're playing today. And I'd go right into the game and we would just be playing the game, which is also, that's also fun. But I don't know, I guess because maybe there's more people in chat now, I like talking more. I didn't used to have many people in chat. So this is it's an upgrade. I at least do Gold Saucer, Cactpot, and Trial and Raid Roulette every day. I have no more characters to level. I have nothing to buy from the Cactpot anymore, or nothing to buy from Golden Saucer anymore. I really don't care to progress Savage 3 with pugs. I really don't want to do that. Savage 3 with pugs would literally just end me. And I've not even felt like pugging my weekly clears for Savage 1 and 2, just because I don't want to deal with pugs. You know what, a lot of the pugs were really nice, but there's also so many pugs who are just toxic? I don't know. I've never really liked pugs, which is, I guess, kind of why I'm mostly waiting for people to get max level, so we can just do it together. I like the skill I put into cosplay making. Excellent! Clint, have I seen your cosplay before? What have you cosplayed? Antir? No. Rephrasing. Rephrasing. If you think Paladin slaps, wait till you meet the clerics. Should I be a cleric instead? She will not elaborate on that at this time. I will not elaborate, no. I don't want to embarrass you. One step at a time. I'll work on my self-compliments for future. Okay, well, I will hold you to that. Next stream, you have to say something genuinely nice about yourself. You're stunning. We're friends now, so don't talk off about my friends. Exactly. We're gonna come over and we're gonna give you cookies. What's something everyone got into during the pandemic? I picked up Warhammer 40k. I really enjoyed the model building and painting and started playing once things started improving last year. I think, didn't everyone get into making like bread or something? Or is that something else? I swear everyone got into making bread. I don't think I really got into anything new because I always worked from home anyway, and all I do is work anyway, so nothing really changed. We're gonna change that. We're gonna try and change that. Ah, work in progress every time. Can I share a link? Yes, share a link. Yeah, I want to see. Let's go. I mean, you could maybe help me with some Savage stuff in Final Fantasy 14 to get them out. You still want the horses? I wish more flock people would hit max level in Final Fantasy 14 because I have the same feeling. I don't want to play with random people, and right now and right now you're tearing me apart, Lisa. You are tearing me apart. Bowman, thank you so much for 5 subs. Yo, you hit Biggie and Vulcan. Very good. You hit Rob as well. Look at that snipe. Look at that sniping. Sniping. You are Bowman for a reason. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And welcome back, Sepmed. Sepmed? I guess you're Sepmed now. I'm fine. You didn't play a cleric, everyone wants you to heal, and then you don't have any spell slots left to kick ass. I will simply not take any healing spells. I will become a shadow priest. I can't call myself a healthy weight yet, but at least I lost all the weight. Okay, let's say that. Say, I am proud of myself for losing a ton of weight. Say that. Say that instead. Because that's like a compliment. A day of nothing, Lonius. Absolutely nothing. You're giving people homework. Nice homework, though. I'm doing nice homework. Oh, dang! Captain America! That looks dope! That looks excellent. Yo, did you make everything yourself? That is super impressive. I love the shields. That's really cool. That's really cool, dudes. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn, people like me. Yes, heaps, they do. Good. Excellent. We're getting there. I wish for elaboration. I complimented your eyes and you got all shy. You got extremely shy. Hi, Zach. Hello. Good day, good day. Good time zone. Have you played Ghostwire yet? I haven't, but it's been on my list. Yes, and I think it was out pretty recently, right? Because I do want to play it. So hi, Joey. I was making a loaf of bread every couple days. Like everyone had like the little, was it yeast starters or something? I don't know why. I have some spare Warhammer stuff if you want to paint and assemble one. It's funny because I actually brought this up to Nick at one point because I was like, I really kind of want to create something with my hands because all I do is online. And so I want to do something offline. I was like, we could start painting Warhammer minis. And Nick just looked at me like, do you want to go broke? A D&D group of all clerics called the A-Man. Then we only need one healer and nothing else. Great. At least I have the decency to get your name right. My brain short-circuited. Okay, I was trying to say two things at the same time and I already forgot what it was. Will you finish Evil Within Wednesday? It's already finished. We finished it on Friday. But we'll finish Eastward on Wednesday though. We have to. 100% we will finish Eastward. Can you D&D a regretful necromancer to turn into a paladin priest with helpers? You probably could, yes! Honestly, I think if you can think it up, you can be anything you want in D&D. Last time I played Final Fantasy 14 was on the 5th, and I really don't feel like playing just for leveling and weekly caps. I have the same thing. I have the same thing, Sasha. Especially because I think by the time everyone is max level, there will be new gear, so we won't even be like up to speed anyway, so... Besides, if we're doing it together, if we're raiding together, then like I don't really care if you did your dailies or your weeklies. Do whatever you want. The shield was a sled? I drafted the pattern and I made everything with the boots and gloves. Yo, that is super dope. That's really on point. Like it looks really good. That's awesome. Making the shield from a sled. That's actually genius, yes. This week or next that you resume Cole's D&D, it should be this week, but I will check on that. I think it's this week. Fairly certain it's this week. Guess that's a good idea if we both came to the same pun. Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing another D&D. A friend of mine she's actually starting like a professional D&D one. I think I was looking at it, I was considering it, but I feel like I'm putting too much hay on my fork. Is that an English expression as well? Putting too much on my plate? Divil hoy up my fork? I don't know how to say this. Oh god, it skipped again. One of my favorite painted models from the last year? Oh, that looks fancy. That looks fancy. Ragnar would like this. He would like to see this also. Why do they always look like they want to murder me? Well, actually, they probably do. That's probably why. It's wonderful to see and share in the excitement that Jinsey facilitates. Aw, Landar! Thank you! It's sweet of you. I did get flirted with by a man earlier that day because of my eyes. There you go! But like, okay, that was weird though. You didn't like that, but you like my compliment, right? Right? I play cleric and I never heal anyone. My follow characters constantly complain to me about it too. Tempest clerics don't waste spell slots on healing. Exactly. I am not the healer. I am the damage. Stupid expensive. That's why I started 3D printing. You're 3D printing Warhammer figures now? That's genius. Actually. I wish I could get a A-man for a D&D group. Falani? It is time. Let's go. Actually, I should retweet. I should retweet their D&D campaign. Maybe you guys would be interested, actually. Maybe you can play D&D with them. They're really nice. The ending was the evil without, yes. I was also thinking of like watching like DLC cutscenes today, but I don't think we'll be doing that anymore. Clearly need my coffee. It's okay. It was a little bit forgettable. I want to play an arcane or a knowledge cleric, pretend to be a wizard, roleplay as one too, and then never tell anybody that you're actually a cleric. Painting miniatures is honestly very focusing. It's something that addies have quite a lot of success in concentrating on. I paint many to low-key meditate as I shut down a lot of background mental chatter and naturally focus on getting the pain away. That makes sense, actually. Although I guess I kind of had that with drawing when I was younger. I would draw in class. I would literally shut out the class and I would just draw stuff. Maybe I should just get back to drawing, honestly. Nick, Karnor, Kajinzi, you, me, Kolsta. I know Fran is a character. Danny is still on the trial. And they are doing all of the classes first. Who else was there? Actually, I'm not sure. Hi, Yetta. I did. I had a super productive weekend. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well too. And thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hello. Good time zone. Professional D&D. Yeah, like she's paying people for it. Not like a fortune. Obviously, she's just one person. But yeah, she's like setting everything up really professionally. Hey, Honor for yeah. It's Is it too much on your plate? Yeah. So the Dutch version is you put too much hay on your fork. Te veel hooi op je vork nemen. And it means that you're putting, well, it means to put too much on your plate. Like you're taking on too many tasks at once. And I'm trying to cut back on those, so I decided not to do it. Even though I really, really wanted to. I do that with those complex adult coloring books. I've been seeing those in the store and I was actually very curious. Maybe I should try that too. Honestly. Just something to do with my hands. I missed D&D. We had a pirate-themed one, and we kept raiding plantation owners and freeing slaves. Yes! Wholesome, let's go. That one doesn't. He's actually a medic. Oh, okay, well, then he can heal me. When we have a static group, I have the motivation to do weekly stuff because it helps everyone. I wouldn't do that for randos. Wholesome? Have good food, Antir. Enjoy. And enjoy D&D tomorrow as well. Enjoy very much. I did like your compliment, but now I need to go to class. Okay, good luck in class, Danny. I know I might be getting bothersome with mentioning Guild Wars 2 all the time. You are not. Recently, they announced they're planning on bringing in the story content they made unplayable because they considered it seasonal. That's actually very good. That's very cool. I might actually consider picking it up at that point. Because I still have my copy. And leave eye compliments to people's makeup. We can't otherwise control how our eyes look. That's true. That's true. But I was considering just not wearing makeup today. I'm wearing like extremely minimal makeup today. And I kind of like it. I kind of like how it looks. I'm wearing like barely anything, but I think it works. Honestly, I want to play D&D. Make even more. I'm gonna commit to a single D&D campaign at a time or everything's gonna go whack. The printer costs like $250. I printed something like $1,500 worth of stuff for myself and friends. That is genius. Honestly, that's really good. So can you still use those if you're like going to play with other people? Can you use the printed stuff or is it not allowed? Because that would be, honestly, we should all be doing that. That are watercolors. I really like pastel watercolor art. I've tried to do pastel watercolor at one point, but I am not good at making everything kind of just blend into each other. Pixie makes it look so easy because her art is fantastic. I have her little tiger hanging on the fridge that she made. People have been 3D printing tabletop games like D&D for some time now. Oh, yo, you know what I'm getting in the mail at some point? I don't know when, but there's a tabletop game for The Witcher that I Kickstart backed. And it has figurines as well. Maybe I can paint those. I'll just paint those. Yes, that's a good idea. I'll paint those. I did not get the Final Fantasy combo, so I felt face first into it. Yeah, we're trying to get everyone max level. So we can raid together. I played D&D once and I was memed one for being a tryhard Drist. If you want to be a tryhard Drist, be a tryhard Drist. Everyone kind of starts with like a standard, right? And if Drist is your inspiration, then go for it. Don't feel bad about that. Turns out that art is very therapeutic. I must be the first person ever to come to this conclusion. Yes, 100%. That's true. I was just thinking of everyone who has a max level character right now. Yeah, no, I know that's what you were listing, but I think we're still lacking a few to make a maximum team. Oh, thank you, Zubidoo. Thank you very much. I haven't even watched it myself yet, because they posted it the moment I went live for stream, and I was like, why do I have these notifications? Oh, that's why. Oh, it makes sense. I like too much hay on your fork. You can use that one too. Now you know. Now you can use the Dutch expressions. And the monkey comes out of the sleeve. The cat's out of the bag. Is that the English one, right? I think that's the English one. Is the monkey comes out of the sleeve Dutch? The aap uit de mouw? I didn't know that was Dutch. I thought that was English too. Why do we say the monkey comes out of the sleeve and English people say the cat comes out of the bag? Where does this stem from? Inquiring minds need to know. Have good lasagna, Bowman. Oh, I would love to do watercolors, but I get too anxious about it. I do like acrylic paints though, since I can do them with the fingers. Oh, yes. I forgot you could do that actually. I think art kind of got ruined for me because of my high school teachers. I used to love drawing, but then I just kind of stopped because my art teacher said everything I made was terrible. so I stopped. But I'll buy some paper and maybe I'll go back to drawing a little bit. No regrets whatsoever when working on a metallic shade on the left leg of a Space Marine for 2.5 hours and just the leg. If it's what calms you down, then it's not 2.5 hours wasted. It's not. Coloring books for adults is a go-to gift for my friends. Oh, it's not on the table right now, but actually, one of our friends gifted us a coloring book. And it's just cat butts. It's just butts of cats. That's the whole book. Cat butts. Nothing else. Oh god, no, it scrolled again. Stop that. Yes, yay! Stop scrolling! I can't show. Oh, Mamba! Is Mamba in the chat? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling. I will be there soon. Sasha, thank you so much for the castle. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate. I'm glad that you have revealed to Mumpao more emotes again, because they are very good, actually. Just like Mumpao's. In your average local game store, no one cares. In tournaments, you might get in trouble. If they can tell it's 3D printed. Okay, you just have to be really good about it. So I love Gris. The watercolor style art. I also really love the music in Gris. I really liked that game. It was very, I don't know, soothing somehow? If you haven't played Gris yet, I can highly recommend. Yes, The Witcher tabletop. It was from Kickstarter a while back. I will stream this. I will stream about it. Once it's here, we will stream The Witcher tabletop. I always felt a bit awkward getting compliments on my eye color because I can't control it, but I do know that they're pretty. I like how they kind of shift colors. Honestly, I know that there's like a lot of parts of our body that we can't control, but I think it's still something people can and probably should compliment because it's still us. It's like, I like getting compliments on like my eyes or whatever. I think that's nice. I actually have my eye on an 8K 3D printer. 8K? Okay, you'll have to make a lot of Warhammer things to make that worth it. Just because I want to do some sick Warhammer pauldrons. Are you gonna cosplay Septic? Let's go! Let's go! Don't put cats in bags. Exactly, put monkeys in sleeves instead. Why would you even have a monkey up your sleeve in the first place? A magic show, I think, maybe? I can't swear in here! Hi, Mumpao. Hello. Sorry. Well, you can swear a little bit, but not too much. Everything bad happens are all because of bad teachers. It's true, it's true. Actually, very soon Women's History Month will be over and I can turn on, I could turn off the filter again. Yes. Your art teacher should be put in the garbage. Put him straight to jail, right to jail. That's why I really hate teachers in my country. Honestly, I think a lot of art teachers kind of like want you to art the way they art, but like I don't. I was drawing anime and stuff. I just saw my sketchbook and I'm very hyped. We're gonna go back to sketching together. Yes, cat butt jackets. Some people are monkeys that can't help themselves and they're in sleeves apparently. The monkey's trying to get to the hand shoes because it's raining steel pipes. Zombie! No! Does that even translate like that? Pipe steals. Pipe stelen. I started drawing recently, mostly dreams. I think there's some people who just draw their dreams with colors, right? They just kind of have like an expression through color. If I had to guess, the Dutch one probably came from their experience in Indonesia. Oh, maybe, actually. I was out for a long walk with my sister and her boyfriend, then we had lunch dinner at a Turkish place. Aw, don't even worry. Don't take pictures. Eat the whole thing. Fran was already beyond Shadowbringer, so that's not too far. If Lander's up to it, we would be 8. Otherwise, next up might be Talor. We're actually quite close then, honestly. Their Berlinist knocked the OSD out of the start. Korea's 4 hours of my life I do not regret spending on gaming. Yeah, I think that's the one I played in Belgium while sitting on the couch when I was sick. I was sick and streaming on the couch in Belgium because I didn't want to miss a stream day. And we played Cree. It was quite nice. Eyes are the window to the soul, it's true. Actually, fun fact. If I say this right, I think it was Rawas? And it's ancient Egyptian. And I think it's Rawas. But the hieroglyph for that, I didn't add this to the dream video, but I just thought it was interesting. So I'm telling you now because I came across it in my research. The hieroglyph for that is an opened eye. And it can mean both dreaming or sleeping and awakening. And the reason for that is because, dreaming or awakening is because if you're awakening, obviously your eyes open, but it's also dreaming and sleeping because they believed that when you went to sleep, while your eyes closed in the real world, they would open in the dream world and you would see into Duat, which is why it means both, depending on the context. And I thought that was so funny. Well, not funny, interesting, intriguing. Anyway, that was more research than Gen Z. So not everything I research makes it into my script, so sometimes I just get little factoids trigger my brain. My eyes are slightly 2 different colors and I get very excited anytime anyone notices. Are they actually? That's actually really cool. I know my brother's eyes keep changing colors. Mine don't do that. They're very, very brown. Humans can control everything about their bodies. Sasha. You cannot take over bodies every time. Magic eyes, yes. Card of your sleeve, monkey of your sleeve? Well, I feel like maybe there were definitely like, actually that's a good one, but I think there's also like the organ monkeys, or is that what it's called? Organ monkeys? Organ monkeys? Like you had the organs, the musical organs? I think we call them orgels in Dutch. But people would like turn it, and a lot of the times they would have a little monkey that would have like the cup of coins that they'd shake to collect coins from the audience. Maybe it's something to do with that as well. Why are you so cold, Arwen? What happened? Why are you so cold? Kitten. I will cosplay as Latara Saren. I do not know who that is, but I will definitely enjoy the cosplay. And do you enjoy looking into people's eyes in happy moments? Honestly, eyes are probably the first thing I notice about anyone, ever. Is that cliche? I don't know if it is. Wait, those are loud? Which ones? Oh, the organs. Yeah, sorry. I thought for a second, is it my music? Is my music too loud? Yes, you have a sit. You sit. There you go. Hello. After a really great dance? It's because dancing also feels kind of passionate to me. Does that make sense? I have a couple of sketchbooks, but I haven't been really able to draw in ages. I haven't either. Let's start again together. I don't really have sketchbooks. I used to, but I do have I have tiny notebooks. I can just use those. Teachers for some reason think anime isn't art. Well, it's also because I was very much drawing in my own style, and he didn't like my style because it was like obviously more cartoony. Because I liked anime. I clearly haven't seen Kyoto Animation. I think a lot of the times, this came up on my Twitter timeline actually earlier as well, is that a lot of the times people still kind of write off animation and like cartoons and stuff as being for kids. Even though like adults really like cartoons too. Like I think most of us in the chat are adults, I hope. And I think also most of us enjoy cartoons in one way or another. And, you know, the Ghibli movies, I enjoy those so much. How are those not art? My mom always says time you enjoyed wasting was not wasted time. Exactly. You were very ill when you played Kree. You kept saying aesthetic. I still say that. Aesthetic. Arwen is staring at my screen because Final Fantasy is on. And she is intrigued as heck about the little glowy things that keep rising in the screen. She likes those very much. I wish I could move my webcam, but I actually taped it shut. Barrel organs, is that what they're called? A dark cute shadow passed by the stream. She's watching Cat TV right now. She's actually so intrigued. The cosplay, and you think of 2 other options when I finally hit the goal. Make them nice options. You know how the flock gets a little thirsty around strong ripped women? Latara Sarian set the bar for that thirst. In Warhammer lore, she tells the Primarch Angron to shut up and get off her deck! Armin's like, why are you laughing? It's not that funny. Sorry, Armin. Oh my god. I haven't been able to do any of my exercises very well recently either because of my back, but I can soon again. I do not attract children. I'm fairly certain that everyone here is an adult. I actually, when I looked at my demographic, most of my viewers, the majority of my viewers are over 20, and actually a good amount of them are over 30, so yeah. Good for me! Welcome back, Golsey. I hope dinner was good. Mentally, we're 12. Mentally, I think, honestly, I do feel quite young mentally still. I think also maybe that's because I stream and I play a lot of video games. I feel very young. Wasn't really able to paint anything anymore after finishing my good-for-nothing art study. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, hi buddy. You want me to cheer people up? I even go as far as to say that in drawn media you can make a better impact than in live-action movies, just because there are no limits to the visuals. No, I agree, Sasha, completely. You're absolutely right. Some of the most impactful movies for me in my entire life have been animated movies. And yeah, a lot of it has been Ghibli, but also like, depression-wise, I guess. What's that called again? What's it called? Blue something? Oh god, I forget the name now. Everyone who's in here who knows anime knows exactly what I'm talking about. I just can't think about it. I'm probably skewing the over 30 bar? No. It doesn't add numbers the older you are. Yeah, Arwen, I made the webcam a little bit bigger so that you can see Arwen in all her glory in game live as well. I'm still stuck at high school. Aren't we all a little bit? Perfect Blue! Thank you very much. Yes. So Perfect Blue was one of the sadder animated movies I watched, but it had a really big impact on me either way. Like, even though I'm not really a sad movie type of person, I'm really not. But it's just, I don't know. I ended up watching like Akira after that and Ghost in the Shell, and they were all kind of like, I don't want to say sadder, but more like dark stuff. And I feel like the stories in those movies, they're a lot more impactful than a lot of the live action stuff that's being made. There's not, you know, in general, there's a lot of trash being made, but they're just art. They're so good. Imagine saying that that's not good enough. Of all the Ghibli movies, I'm not even into anime. You don't have to be. That's also the thing. I think that's something that a lot of people brought up before. I think we talked about this during a Final Fantasy stream, actually, where sometimes people will say, I'm not really into anime at all. Like, into any anime. And I always say, I think you are. Just, you haven't found the anime that you like yet. There's always at least one type of anime that I think you will vibe with. You just have to find it. And sometimes it's hard to find because a lot of very similar anime will get popular. You know, you'll get the Naruto, you'll get the Dragon Ball, you'll get the My Hero Academia, and it's all very similar. A lot of the shonen anime get big, get popular, get a lot of attention. And outside of that, it's, you know, things like Sailor Moon, for example, that and they're, if you're not into that style, then you might think that that is what anime is, and you won't enjoy it. But like I said, if you look at something like Akira, you will realize that there's a lot more different types than just those shonen kinds of more children-oriented, teenage-oriented anime. They can really make you think, like, the Fireflies movie as well. Was Fireflies the whole movie? Was that the whole title? Hollow, you would probably know what I'm talking about. Is it the Dance of the Fireflies? No. But that one's also like really Grave of the Fireflies, thank you. That one was also, again, it was a sad one. I think a lot of them were very sad, but they were also, to me, it said so much more than a lot of other movies could have ever. And it doesn't even always have to be sad because, you know, when it comes to Ghibli movies, they're not generally just happy-go-lucky. Like, if you look at Spirited Away, God, it has so much going on. I can't even describe how much it has going on. And if you limit yourself to never giving any kind of different anime a chance, I think you're really missing out. You don't have to like everything. Maybe at some point you've watched all kinds of anime and you still think to yourself, I don't like any of it, and that's fair enough. But to not give it a chance, I think that's hurting yourself and no one else. Hi, Bowley. Hello. Good time zones. How are you? Sorry, I was going on an anime talk a little bit. Imagine not appreciating Avatar. Avatar is amazing. Yes. I love Avatar. Opening credits of Akira. Deja vu. The Smurf Avatar, the cool movie. The cool movie. Ah, flavor. For me, it was Ghibli movies. I love those movies. Same. I have a little Totoro. I showed you guys that one. Oh, you can't see it from here. I have a little Totoro Christmas ornament. It's hanging in my small tree. Anime is like music. It's super diverse and there's something for everyone if you dig deep enough. Exactly. I think I'd like Full Metal Alchemist. Never got the chance to watch it. If you get a chance to watch it, Falani, I would recommend that you watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and not the original Full Metal Alchemist. For reasons I will explain if you ever watch it, because I don't want to spoil anything. I want more Berserk anime on the level, at least with the 1997 series. That's the trash Netflix came out with 6 years ago. I think the Netflix one was like a remake again as well, right? Or did I never watched that one. People who haven't watched anime get thrown off by all the booba sometimes. That as well. Yes, that as well. Especially Americans because they are a Puritan fruit. I don't really have a problem with that at all. Sometimes they definitely go over the top though. But again, that's not all anime, right? That's not all anime. I love Howl's Castle. I love Howl's Castle as well. It's one of my favorite ones. Is it my favorite Ghibli movie? Maybe. It's definitely one of my favorite ones. There's also more stillness in anime and movies like Spirited Away. You don't get something like the train scene with that quiet and just being. Yes, I think a lot of the things with especially the newer movies, like the Hollywood new movies, like live action and stuff, it feels very much like everything's on like a roller coaster because everything has to be fast and every scene has to do like a bunch of stuff. And then yeah, you get movies like the Ghibli movies, and sometimes they're just quiet. And you're just kind of enjoying the quiet. Like in Howl's Moving Castle, you have like those scenes where Sophie is just kind of like doing some work and like talking to Calcifer a bit. And it's just like, it's like a slow getting to know people moment. And it's just nice. It's just nice. The hardest thing with anime for me lately is I don't really care for things set in high school anymore. And that's the majority of anime. Yeah, that's the majority of the anime that gets attention, right? No, I completely agree. But that's when you have to dig a little bit, unfortunately. I heard that before. Red from OSP recommends the same. Brotherhood rather than the OG. Yes. It's much better. It's much better. Grave of the Fireflies exists as an 8-minute song? Really? That sounds kind of wholesome, actually. So same with any animation though. Belleville Rendezvous is beautifully messed up animation telling a wicked story that is ultimately simple, then Watership Down that's visually dull, but what it does with the limited artwork skyrockets the story. And oh my god, no one told me when I was a kid that Watership Down was what it is, and that's not the cute bunny movie that you think it is. Fritz the Cat, which told stories you could never have gotten away with on film in the 70s. Yes, a lot of the times I feel like the animators are also definitely trying to really bring home a message that would not be approved otherwise. Absolutely, I agree. I've never heard of Belleville Rendezvous though. I'm kind of intrigued now. Both Full Metal Alchemist are good, but if you want the canon, stick to the source one, and the Brotherhood is on to watch. The original one is actually yeah, it's not canon in the end. I guess I can say this much. The reason that I don't really like the original Fullmetal Alchemist anime is because the manga wasn't done when they were making it. So eventually they went Game of Thrones with it. And they just had to start making things up as they went along. And it was not very good. It was not very good, unfortunately. You can actually say why, because Brother is just a true adaptation to the manga. Yes, yeah. I've never watched Hellsing, I'll be honest. We have singing in this one. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello, welcome in. The Netflix Sunday 16-17 was about later in the story, but skip over a lot of story and was mostly a mix. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I'm glad I never watched it. Old Hellsing anime was ass, but Ultimate was awesome. OG Fullmetal Alchemist is more dark and sad compared to Brotherhood? I don't know that I super agree with that, I'll be honest. The sequence in Ghost in the Shell where it's just the music in the city was amazing to me. I also really like, just in general, the visuals in Ghost in the Shell. The city visuals are so good. You said sex appeal. Oh, Lonely, I'm so sorry. The Vuba is not all anime, and also it's not like there's no sex appeal in Western stuff. It's just hidden more and that's creepier. Like, why were the Fox versions of Maid Marian and Robin Hood so hot? Nala with the bedroom eyes, loneliest. I love Watership Down. It was really good, but I did not expect it. It was kind of the same thing with oh no, what was it called again? There was this. What was it called again? Like someone might have watched this here. I can't remember the name at all. But there was like a... It kind of reminded me of Watership Down. Let's see, Watership Down like series? What's it called again? Like, we translated it as Base the Boss's Boos. Is anyone here Dutch who knows what I mean? It's Base the Boss's Boos. I used to watch this so often and it's so aggressive. Let me see if I can just find a translation or something. Basin Boss's Boat. The Animals of Farthing Wood. There we go. It's the Animals of Farthing Wood. And they had a lot of death as well. And this was like aired as a kid's show. And I watched that as a kid. And then the animals kept dying and I was scarred for life. Okay, we're gonna have No Thoughts Head Empty Animal Crossing mix now. Watership Down is like Animal Farm? Yeah! Yo, when I read Animal Farm for the first time as well, I was actually surprised how little death there was in there. There was not nearly as much death as I thought. Poignant though, but you know. Hi Pidge, hello, I'm going to bed. Good night! Have you not? I have not. Are we talking about that one? The one that I just said? The French sounding name? Watership Down was shown on the Children channel on Prime Friday evening children movie time? Yeah! Like, who saw that coming? Seriously. Scarred. Scarred for sure. Have a good lurk, fish! Have a good lurk. Do you like the swing style music and 20s French aesthetic? I do, actually. May I share a dad joke? You may share a dad joke. Also, hello, Alex. Hello, welcome in. Triplets of Belleville was good. Artsy but good. Is that another one that I should know about? Let me turn the music up a little bit. Even more. Speaking of which, have you seen any of the Shinkai Makoto movies? No, and I've actually not seen Your Name either. I probably should. Does Jinsey mean the Animals of Farthing Wood? I did mean the Animals of Farthing Wood! Ah! Now I can't even say thank you because I was looking on my phone. Thank you, Paige. Can I whisper you the Belleville trailer? Okay, whisper me the Belleville trailer. Actually, can you whisper me? Can you even whisper me? Maybe I'll log on to Discord really quickly just to see it. Plague Dogs was done by the Watership Down guy? Oh, I've heard of Plague Dogs. I've not watched Plague Dogs, but I've definitely heard of it. One of those as well. Why do mothers always die? What did you say that time? You can't stop yourself, loneliest. But yes, they do always die. I was also scarred by the beginning of Dumbo and Bambi. Dumbo is what got that blocked, Loneliest. Dumbo, yo, literally, when I tell you the only thing that Women's History Month has done for me is that I had to enable the higher safety setting and it's blocking like the dumbest things. I don't even know why. Same film, English title. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. They still showed a Pokemon special one day, like 3 episodes after another, and after that showed a cartoon with lots of tits and drugs. Why would you do that? Why would they do that? But yeah, I kind of had the same thing, Loneliest. I didn't want to watch Dumbo and Bambi anymore because they made me so sad. They literally made me way too sad. Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I've watched Nim. Hold on, is that even what it was called? Was that something I've never seen? I've watched The Secrets of Nim. Is that something else? We need more time to watch anime, manga, and light novel. I have almost caught up on the My Hero manga right now. I don't have the time. I have the time of the day. And then I have to catch up on the Vigilante arc. And then I can read something else. Can't even discuss cute elephants anymore. Apparently not. Honestly, I don't even know why I blocked that. Folklore, oral history, most women fear dying in childbirth and no one caring for or loving their child, and then everyone loved their child. Actually, not Dumbo though. I didn't love Dumbo very much. It's a trilogy. Oh, is it actually? Oh, I saw the movie. Oh, I really liked it. Can recommend the movie. If you've never watched Secrets of Nim, I really like Secret of Nim. But yeah. Sometimes I think end of 90s children channels only saw something was a cartoon and just thought it must be for children. And that's so poignant on how this conversation started, right? Where every single time when something's animation, it's for kids. And no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Ooh, absolutely not. Secret of Nim was the title of the band? Really? Wait, it was banned? Why was it banned? I know it's a bit dark, but come on. Samurai Jack was really good. I loved Samurai Jack. You know what? You know what I also loved about Samurai Jack, gonna be honest, is that it had like a beginning and an end. It didn't like overstay its welcome at all. I dropped My Hero, still interesting in the superpower, but don't like the plot so much anymore. Are you caught up on the manga, Hollow? Because I have some thoughts on the manga and I can't talk to anybody about it. I had my first physiotherapy appointment today for my neck pain. I feel like my shoulders are burning, but it's so good. If it helps, right? Yeah, we've gone full circle now. I got to watch Wizards as a boy? Wait, is Wizards also something very dark? I don't think I've heard about that. My mom thought the Return to Oz movie was for kids. I was still traumatized by it. Oh, you know what's the Return to Oz? They had those wheel guys. Those wheel guys were creepy as heck. I'm gonna show you all the wheel guys. You have to see it to believe it. Cause it's so... I hope the YouTube knows what I mean. Yes, the Oz Wheelers. Is this when they show up? Okay, this is when they show up. This is such a creepy, creepy scene. I can't even... How did they put this in here? Ralph Bakshi movie? Oh, Wizards? I've definitely not heard of it. The Muppet Show on Netflix is in a bit of a weird spot for me. It's aimed at kids like old Tom and Jerry, but it doesn't scratch the itch for me. I think probably the game did that better. Okay, hold on. Let me show you this real quick, because this is so creepy. Okay, we don't want to see... No, it's just like, here's game. Sorry, no game! Look at this.
Come here, chicken!
Whomst thought this was kid-friendly? Whomst? Like, they're so creepy. I'm sorry, but they are so creepy. It's like the masks do not do anyone any favors. Anyway. There. I hope you feel better now. I hate those things so much. Return to Oz, yes! Now you know. Now you know. Oh god, now it's again plinth. This thing bans everything. Here, let me allow that real quick. The wheel guys and the severed heads as well. Oh yes. Oh no. Remember that? A heavy metal movie? I don't think so. It's a very busty adventure. Oh, okay. Fair enough. There's a few like that. Nightmare Fuel, right? What even is that? What the fuck is this? Liger, I had nightmares about these things. Roller skating, child catchers from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Miss Frizzy and the Red Name was the book title. Oh, was that banned? Really? I've seen it in German, of course in German. One time Fairy Tail got on my country news because of fan service. Those idiots still think anime is for kids and put FT on Golden Time for kids, and tons of people defend it and explain it too. Hilarious, but at the same time, I'm just frustrated on how stupid it can be. I mean, honestly, Fairy Tail, I don't think Fairy Tail is even that bad. Honestly? Fairy Tail's pretty tame. For me, anyway. Redefining wheeling and dealing, yes. And like, the masks just make it so much worse. And they went from the Wizard of Oz to this. They were like, yes, these are the same thing. Isn't this normal? But this was not even the only Nightmare Fuel. Listen, I think everyone knows this one. And it's thank you for the follow. That's not the one I meant. Thank you for the follow though. Welcome in. It's the Return the Slab. Like a lot of things about Courage the Cowardly Dog was Nightmare Fuel, but Return the Slab? It was, for me, it was Return the Slab, and it was that cousin. The snippy cousin. But Return the Slab. That one messed me up when I was a kid. Now I think it's funny, but back then, oh no. We just agreed fairy tales in general are awful and start with dead moms to make children cry. Yeah, but I think Holla was talking about Fairy Tail the anime. Unless I'm wrong, unless you're not, like, please correct me. German channels butchered all shonen anime. Every time there was a gun, blood, death, everything was censored. That and voice acting. Did I think I showed at least Cool Status at one point, but I was scrolling TikTok and there was this comparison of a Naruto scene where Sasuke and Naruto are yelling each other's names. So in the original Japanese, it's like Sasuke, Naruto, and in English it's like Sasuke, Naruto, and then in German it's like Sasuke, Naruto, or like with the weirdest accent in the world as well. And it's like, why are they yelling in lowercase? I don't understand. It was so weird. That one Dutch movie. I had the Plaaggeest on VHS, Grulian. That guy was creepy as heck. No, you're right. That was the Bossy and Adriaan one, right? Yo, he was whack. And like, it didn't even help that he was just a guy with a mask. Fairy Tail is not that bad. We even have an anime about dude reviewing brothels. Yeah, like, why make a big deal out of it, right? The 80s had a lot of dark, creepy kids films. They did. And like, I kind of miss it because I thought they were also like kind of interesting, but it definitely messed me up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Courage the Cowardly Dog show starring Nightmare. Stupid dog. Like, it was all nightmares. That episode is so weird. No, for real. Heavy Metal was one of my favorite movies. Anthology animated heavy metal movie from the 80s. Had John Candy playing a ripped intergalactic barbarian king sent to Sammy Hagar. What? I don't even know what to imagine with this one, but I'm intrigued. Courage the Cowardly Dog was baller. No, for real. I did love the show, but it gave me a few nightmares here and there. The Green Blood. Did you know that Onimusha has settings for that as well? You can, I think, is it Onimusha 1 and 2? I know 3 definitely has it, where you can turn the blood green, and you can turn violence to low. Why would you do that? Germany, we have 10 VAs, and they are in everything. I'm sorry, Goldstein. The German Homer Simpson's pretty good, though. He's my headcanon default. Oh yeah, Sasuke! That's it, cool stuff. Sasuke! The whole electroshock therapy plot in Return to Oz was pretty dark too. They pulled no punches in that movie. No punches whatsoever. They didn't care. They're like, whoever watches this, you're scarred for life and you're gonna live with it. Everyone in Naruto looked like they were sweating. Every time someone died, they were defeated. Yes. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Some people pointed fingers because guns were a no-go. Didn't they do that to like, at some point they changed, in E.T., they changed like the guns that the policemen were holding. They changed it to like walkie-talkies or something. That looked really unnatural. Naruto got censored in German. They cut the whole sword and leave only the handle. How do you kill someone with a handle? Oh my god, Germany. Here in America's problem, violence? Absolutely fine. Nudity? Sent to jail. Right to jail. You're passive-aggressive yelling. Yes. But like, we want to not yell too loud. Like, they were recording it, but the neighbors were trying to sleep. You know what I mean? The licensed music will likely take down this channel. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it will. Actually, I say that, but pretty much everyone I watch still, well, it's mostly Ash. Mostly I'm watching Ash. I have Ash on in the background a lot, and she just listens to copyrighted music constantly, and nothing's ever happened. Eliza, same thing, but she's been playing Elden Ring, so I can't watch it. But like, copyrighted K-pop stuff everywhere, and nothing's happening. So maybe I should just start listening to copyrighted music again. I turn off gore only in Dragon Age because it looks silly to get into cutscenes covered in blood. They're in a war, Falani. Yeah, animated. I was gonna say, no, he wasn't ripped. I had nightmares from the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but I had no problems with the monsters from the Muppets. We didn't have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as like a show, so I never heard of it until later, but he looks kind of creepy, so I can see that. I can see that, honestly. The Muppets were just wholesome. I did have a friend who was like mortified, like terrified of E.T. And I had an E.T. plushie because I thought he was cute. But every time she came over for a sleepover, I had to put E.T. in the closet because otherwise she would have nightmares. I listen to almost everything in English by now, but there are a few shows that are just things I watched since I was a teenager, and the German voices are so ingrained into my brain, the English ones actually sound wrong. That makes sense. Simpsons and Elf. For me, it's Pokemon. Because I watch Pokemon in Dutch. So for me, Dutch Pokemon is just the one. He touches the Loknar. Gets transported across the galaxy and wakes up in the body of this bald Conan the Barbarian. That sounds a little bit trippy. Pretty hardcore if you can kill a person with only the handle. It's true. I guess they're more dangerous, but also, huh? Alf's German voice is legit, objectively better than English one. Is Alf the alien who eats cats? Am I confusing it with something? Or... They made everything with a blade, like a sword or a saw, to a bright energy thing? Germany, are you okay? I had to watch Spider-Man No Way Home with the German dub. It was not that good. I don't like watching dubs, mainly because it bothers me when the lips don't move at the right time. Which is also why, like, I will also watch, like, German stuff in German. Like, when we started watching Dark, it started in English, because we had, like, Netflix on, and it was our Netflix, so it started in English. And I was watching it, and I was like, something is so incredibly off, and I don't know why. Until I looked at their lips and was like, is this supposed to be in English? Because, and then we figured out that it was actually German, and it was so much better after that. So much better after that. My cat! Why did he eat cats? It's so weird. Hi, Ice! Hello! Don't worry, we did not start the game today. We are starting it on Friday. And we're gonna name everyone Ice Safe. YouTube sucks sometimes. Copyright video lasts for years, no takedown. And when I watched the video, I got takedown sometime later. I made like a playlist for Final Fantasy songs that I wanted to listen to. And every so often, like, a bunch of them just get taken off. But actually, I think Square made, like, a music channel of their own, I think. I can't remember the English VA of Hellsing Ultimate because the abridged version on YouTube overrode it in my head. They're really good, though. Like, they do a really good job. Runs away with Aura. No, don't worry. Don't worry, there's no elves here. Come back. That's exactly who Elf is, although he only ever says that, and in the end, if I remember correctly, he ends up liking the pet cat too much to eat it. I had like one Elf comic. Randomly. We didn't have Elf on TV. Or at least not that I know of. but I had an elf comic, and I don't know why, but he always kind of creeped me out. So many bashing on German dubs, I'm sorry, Cool, so they're kind of whack. Which one's this? Oh, I don't want this one to be head empty. That one's weird. We're skipping that one. Oh no, they're still not skipped. There we go. That's weird. What mostly bothers me is when VAs change in between seasons or even in between episodes. Like for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they changed the VA for Captain Holt within a season, and I was like, what do you mean change the VA for Captain Holt? He's a person. But you mean German dubs? It's so weird. Oh my god. I could never watch TV in Germany. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I'd be incapable. 90s UK renamed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and removed Michelangelo's nunchucks. That is so weirdly specific. Why? Did they not like ninjas? What? Back in the days of Pokito TV, the synchro was really good. Can they go back to Pokito TV then? Subtitles are superior. We're playing just chat. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But yeah, no, I prefer subtitles for most things. But I think there's definitely an argument to be made for sub or for dubs for anime and stuff, because most people don't speak Japanese, and you don't see that it's like a bad lip sync for most people. And if that's the barrier, then, you know, fair enough. Some people like it better in English. And I think a lot of the anime dubs are actually quite good. I had to watch Dark in German with subtitles. Some dubs are like that. Yeah, it was also not, the English dub was not very good. The only dubs tolerable are in anime. Yeah, and there you go, exactly. I think I had like a single elf pillowcase. Oh, you had to sleep on him? Oh, that might have given me nightmares a little bit. For me, he's comfort TV. That's fair. I think he was kind of like on the era for like dinosaurs. Did anyone watch dinosaurs? I feel like some people must have. Like the puppet TV era, I want to say. It was really comfy. I know, something about him freaked me out. I can't watch anything dubbed. I can watch some dubbed things. But yeah, I watch pretty much everything with subs, just cause. The Western world has it in for ninjas, apparently so. Nunchucks are bad, but katanas are fine. No, they're just swords, Karnork. They're just swords. I need German subs for most German TV movies, especially if they have accents. And I live in Schwabenland, so I wish I had them in real life. I'm so sorry. Anime sub is way better, especially when they sing. The singing episodes are always such a hoot. I think it's because ninjas are cool AF and children are super uncoordinated. So they were like, this will make the children want to be a ninja and buy nunchucks? Is that it? Here on Accent, they tried to dub a German series to Portuguese, and then they would play it in German after. They stopped because the TV rates when the Portuguese dub was on were very bad, because it sounded awful. I don't think I can send links, so I'm not gonna try. But here where I live, we had a Fofao doll. That was the scariest thing, and they were super popular for a while, to the point that every house would have one. It was so creepy! You can actually send links, if you like. I'm curious to see what that looks like now. The OG Japanese songs always sound better. I don't really like the songs in most of them either way. The dinos! Yes! Titi Baba! Actually, that was such a dark ending. Dinosaurs had such a dark ending. Like, everyone just died. I remember a flight I was going to take back when I was 8 that got cancelled. But as I had to go back to school the next day and couldn't wait for the next plane, I ended up being put on a ferry. But because I was a lone child, I had to be put into a child room that had the songs from the Disney movie Pocahontas in Dutch. And I had to listen to it on repeat for 8 hours. I'm so sorry. I watched all those in Dutch as well. Alle kleuren van de wind. I don't even know the songs in Dutch anymore because I've heard them in English so often now. I watch dubs when I'm too lazy to read, and 5 minutes. Nope, this one. Yes, no, I get that. If I'm doing something else, right, as well. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, little good time zone. The Papa Dino Show? Yes, the Papa Dino Show. He might have been around that. Although his show was already a tad old when I watched it, but, you know, Austrian TV. Yeah, no, the same. We got the American shows really late as well. But, like, there was this one era where everyone just had, like, people in suits. Like, puppet suits on TV. I don't know why, and then it suddenly went away. Nunchucks are bad because they broke a perfectly good stick. It's more versatile. Hi, Staunch. You have arrived. Hello, hello. Dinosaurs ended darkly too. Yes, yes it did. I'm just happy I grew up with subtitles. It probably helped my pronunciation a lot. Yes, and I was honestly kind of sad that like they started dubbing Pokemon. So now I know it only in Dutch, really. But everything before that was always English. Like Dragon Ball was in English. It looks like balls. Oh dear. Like balls? Oh my god. What? If they buy nunchucks, the kids will hurt themselves trying or become more powerful than we can handle. Good! Let's see. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna look at it now. Oh my god! What is that? That was for kids? That was for kids? Whomst? Someone approved this. Someone approved that and said, yes, for kid. Okay, I always have to bring this up, but you know what this reminds me of? Laughlans. Efteling Laughlans. The Dutchies in the chat will know. Laughlans and the Laughing? Who thought those were a good idea? I stopped saying aseptic, don't worry. That's the dinosaur show being historically accurate. I know, but still. Okay, hold on. Let me go. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the Laughlans because, oh my god, I know that a lot of Dutchies have like a problem with these things. Oh god, yes. Okay, I'll show you this one. I hate it already. I'm looking at them and I hate it already. And now you're gonna have more nightmare fuel as well. You're welcome. Okay. Should I just leave the music on? Yes, actually. Look at this. For kids! For kids! I hate laughing. I hate them so much! I will never get over it. Can we just change the title to It's Cursed here? We're having very cursed conversations. I am sorry. I'm sorry. They cut them from Enter the Dragon too? Really? UK, what is it with you and nunchucks? Fluffy superlative? It doesn't look fluffy at all. I'm sorry, it doesn't look fluffy. It's like a TV gone horribly wrong. This was the kids' mascot on Austrian TV for a long time? You know what? I could live with him. I could live with him, but he's not cute. He's not cute. He's like anti-cute. He's like the monster under your bed. Hi, Fran! Hello, welcome to Curse. Welcome to Curse chat. This was the children's show in Sweden during the 70s? Oh dear. Oh no, that's okay. They're just people with long noses. I was like, oh god, it's gonna be terrible. It's Sweden, but no, it's fine. What are they looking at? Your soul. I didn't want to say it, but here you are. For kids, Lily. It's for kids. And they dared to group anime with those things. They just always kind of look like they're melting. Like, all these Vicks are tarnished. Everything is like slightly wrong with them. They remind me of the video game Little Nightmares. Yes, Liger, yes! That's what I said when I played Little Nightmares and I saw the humans there. I was like, oh my god, I'm in Laughlans! I'm in Laughlans! I hate it! The Enter the Dragon Nunchucks team is OP. Did they just do it with their hands? Whoever decided that those were for kids? Serious talk and sanity questioning. Like, oh! Why? You could make it so cute. And here's the fun fact. There are a lot of adults that are obsessed with Laughlans. Obsessed! They will have, like, instead of gardening gnomes, they'll just have laugh creatures everywhere in their garden and, like, laugh statues in their house. And I was like, you sleep at night? You sleep? Yeah, exactly, Ed. Kudran? You think the Swedish one is fine, but then they start eating surströmming. Okay, yes, listen, but that's torture. So we can't show that on stream. If I see them in real life, I'll beat the crap out of them and burn them before it lays egg. Just bring a flamethrower everywhere you go. You can really tell the TV producers did a lot of drugs. They're like, you know, whatever. We'll make something, see if it sticks. See ya, Falani. Have fun. Enjoy Spiritfarer. It's such a cute game. We used to have this for kids in Finland. Okay, hold on. We're gonna watch that together because I don't want to suffer alone. I don't want to suffer alone. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have to suffer alone, okay? Studio? Why is the bird square? Why are you square? How high were the people that made this? How many drugs did you- What the fuck? How many drugs did you do here? No, don't do it, Bird. Don't be absorbed by the TV house. Oh god, it's too late. Oh no. The voice. What the hell is this? I'm scared. I'm leaving. Y'all did. Why did y'all do this many drugs and then made a TV thing? Honestly, what's Finland? Even worse. Oh god. We had a children's program during the early 2000s called Dr. Mug. Mug is another word for toilet. Wasn't there this one... Oh wait, who said this at one point? That there was like a TV show? And it was about somebody using their dick to fly? Am I wrong? Somebody said this. Somebody mentioned this and I was like, what is this? Also, I don't know, Jagud, what that even had to do with Fragile Ice. That was just drugs. It's not even Uncanny Valley, it's just wrong. It's honestly. Like Laughlund, Antier, Laughlund from the Efteling. Have you ever been to Efteling? I actually don't know. Kind of like the trolls of the 90s? Yes, and statues of them. They must have been brainwashed to buy their stuff, yes. Reminds me of how old people here have those Norwegian troll figurines that freak me out. Why would you, like, buy them on purpose? Pekala. Enter the Dragon makes nunchucks look cool. They are cool, RV. They are. Oh god, it scrolled up too fast. I dated a Serbian woman and their childhood show was this ex-Soviet one called Cheburashka, and it's honestly the cutest thing ever. Not cursed? Not cursed? That one's a bit loud, sorry. I'll turn that down a little bit. If you have nightmares on you... Sorry, Hollow, I'm sorry. Squareport. Peaceful? They did so many drugs though. They never get down from that high. Killed you in a lot of Perkele, oh dear. You should see everything else we used to have on TV. We didn't have nothing even close to that terrible. Bert didn't show up and someone said, be there or be square. He's like, no. Peace. Pingu was a strange one too. I loved Pingu though. I loved Pingu. Noot noot. Pingu was so cute and wholesome. Should we show Jinzi o sitio do pica pao amarello? Okay, I butchered that. I'm sorry. That was already cursed. All the drugs and then this show is for kids. They're both probably just pure drug. No more iron. There's no more blood in there. It's just it's pure drugs. Nothing else. Round the twist and it was to swim? What was the show? Isn't that a Danish one too with a giant... Is that what it was called? Was that what I was talking about? Yes, so it did exist though, assets. So that's the topic we've chosen today. It's, no, cursed. Cursed is today. The helicopter man is a hero. I couldn't believe it was real. Was a cursed Aussie show. Someone made a show about me. Like it would grow and he would just like helicopter. He would just like helicopter away. We don't talk about Denmark. Should I go to sleep or should I just stay to suffer? It will end soon so you can sleep and you don't have to suffer. How about that? That's faux level? I'm never gonna go to sleep anymore. I went to the Efteling when I was 25 or so. I guess Laughlund is one of the real children attractions. No, it's for old people. I'm not even kidding. It's for old people. It's like, it's that place with all the creepy people in it. Next time when you go there, you'll have to see for a little bit. Just like peek in and then run away. And then you don't have to be there. Like, I'm so happy I came into I'm sorry, Craig. I'm sorry. Listen, I remembered it. I had to say it. It's a cursed chat I have to tell. It's not cursed? Okay. Not cursed in our chat? Doing some Alexander Raids in Final Fantasy? Pingu is awesome! Noot noot. Did anyone here watch Anastasia? Yes! We had Anastasia Anaconda. My name is Angela, don't you know? Welcome to my very own show. That one? I actually liked it. Did you know it's Canadian? I actually really liked it. I think it was just boring for me. When I was a kid, it wasn't. When I was a kid, it was great. John Dillermont? Oh god, no, I don't want to see that on my chat. Imagine putting that on my chat. I would get banned so fast. I would get banned so fast. If you like Pingu and John Carpenter movies, look up Thingu. Oh my god, that already sounds cursed. That sounds so cursed. What are you linking me, Mo? Oh yeah, I love Angela Anaconda. It was fun. I know a lot of people really hate it, but I really liked it. I can't recall any dark Danish kids shows. I could only remember this film, which was never intended to be a kids film, but that didn't stop kids from watching it. What's it called? Terkel in Trouble? The family film of the year, with drugs and carnage? Experience torture and extremely tight pants. What? This is... Oh my god, somebody really made that. Why? I saw an interview with the creator. Was it wholesome? Suffer with us. Yes, if we suffer together, we won't be so lonely about the suffering. Hi, Junkhead. I'm sorry, today was cursed. Round the twist in one of the episodes, had one of the cast have a fish swim up. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not reading out the rest of that sentence. That's not wholesome. That is not wholesome. That's cursed again. Australia's at the bottom of the planet and in the middle of the ocean for a reason. I will never go to Australia. I will never go there because I choose life. If I decide to watch something cursed, I go with fun in Ballonlands. Wait, what? What happens in Ballonlands? No, it stays there. We are the Murderflock and now cursed too. We'll play a wholesome game again on Wednesday. A lot of cartoons are Canadian. Are they actually? I only know about that one. Canadian. I missed the whole stream, but I joined when it started and left it on so my dog could listen. Ah, Junkhead. That's sweet and wholesome. Thank you for making more wholesome instead of cursed. Actually, did Europe move time again? Is my stream the normal time again for Europe? Because wasn't that yesterday? Are y'all tired? I'm sorry. Do y'all remember that cartoon Flapjack? I don't think so. I didn't grow up with it, but I just remember seeing some weird stuff. I don't think I've ever even heard of it. The John Dillerman was actually sent on a kids network. Like, someone had to okay it though, right? Someone had to, doesn't that go through checks? We would have been friends in school. We could watch Angela Anaconda together. I thought it was very creative. She's amazing and said trans right. Everyone should say trans rights, to be honest. My first foreign animated TV series that is not anime is called Code Lyoko? I've also not heard of that. I've not heard a lot of animation apparently. We suffer collectively. Exactly. As a team, you know? As a team. The only good times during school thanks to Code Lyoko. Do I want to see Thingu? Okay, we're gonna watch Thingu now. Oh god. Are we sure we want this? Is this something we want? If I get scarred again, the video was banned and never seen again. I am not sure if I'm gonna get banned for showing that. I might get banned for showing that. What the hell? We're not. Nope. Cancelled. Thank you. What the heck? I will miss the wholesome stream, although we'll cuddle the dog. This one, I'm sorry you were only here for curses. I'm sorry the only thing here was for cursed. You did move time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you lost an hour. Had to get a plane. Oh, you're double tired now, Acids? We sacrifice an hour of sleep. For me? Is Flapjack wholesome? Oh, no, I do know Flapjack. Never mind. I know Flapjack. Never mind. It was called Candido, wasn't it? The pee-pee fish? Let's just pretend it doesn't exist. No one ever wants to say tram rides? Tram rides! It's a French TV show. Was it wholesome though? Since it was banned, never to be seen again. Nope. Twitch was like, you showed what? Like it was apparently banned. So, you know, they did a parody of the thing with Pingu. Yay, Newt, here's smarter. I'm sorry, Goldster. Pingu is definitely a thing. I'm gonna, getting banned over Acclamation. Imagine if I get banned over Acclamation. That would be peak something. I don't know what, but it'd be peak something. I love the thing. It's possibly my favorite movie. It's a really good movie. I don't know about mixing it with Pingu though. This poor thing. I'm fully banned. I'm fully banned. I feel betrayed. I'm so sorry. They must have seen the thing that year. I'm sorry, I had to see that. It got linked to me. I had to click it. Do you know how I've never asked you for anything? Take this official Warhammer test from Games Workshop as to which Primarch you would be. There's a... Oh god. What Primarch would it... No, you cannot have the cookies. Discover your Legion? Okay. Let's discover my Legion. Let's begin. Humanity must be freed from ignorance. Yes. Let's free humanity from ignorance. Scramble the infantry. In an unexpected let's call in some... No. You know what? Infantry. Let's go in guns blazing. A heavily defended bunker. We are gonna storm it. Yo, I'm a speed kind of person. I'm sorry. We strike fast. We strike with ninjas. Power claws! Yes, power claws. The location of an enemy warlord. Send your fastest troop. Yo, they have bikes. How can I not pick that? What's your preferred strike vehicle? I just said bikes, dude. Would you rather feel the wind on your face as you ride along your brothers on a great hunt? Cut down anyone that stands between you and your foe in a berserker rage. I would like to feel the wind on my face, thank you. I'm the White Scars. We stand ready to strike at a moment's notice, like their Primarch Jakatai Khan. Its warriors are reserved and controlled and swift and furious in battle. There, I did that for you. You're welcome. I leave for 10 minutes for brain extraction, and what is happening? You don't want to know it, Tamwin. Now we're back on track and I can go home in time for stream! I did that for you. I'm very confused on what I just came back to. Murder? A lot of it? Did a little murder? How about good shows like Base the Boss's Voice? We talked about that earlier! Apparently it's called... Oh god, I forgot again. Oh man, I forgot! I forgot what the name was again. We talked about that earlier, yes. That one was also very dark, actually. Termites! I heard Kangaroo and immediately thought of Asphyx's song Kangaroo. That's definitely not what we were talking about. I'm so sorry. Watch Venture Bros, you'll love it. It was Adult Swim's longest running show. Have I heard of that? I'm still laughing at the clay fire. The clay fire looked really good, to be honest. John Carpenter himself has seen Thingu and given it his seal of approval. Druggy finished stuff from a kids show. Oh my god, this looks... I'm sorry, that looks very cursed. Hold up. Hold on. How many drugs are you doing here, sir? Why are you... What are you doing with a bottle of Jack Daniels? And bye! Goodbye again. Today is so cursed! What have y'all done to me? Today is so cursed. Lyonko is more sci-fi, but the main cast are in high school, so they have the whole romance thing. Oh no, not the romance thing. We stream on YouTube now? Apparently, yes. I've just cursed my stream. I've cursed my stream, so... You know. Every IT sec peep worst enemy, I see link I click. I don't actually just see link I click. Just from the people I trust. Don't worry. Hunter, you have to be nice to me, because you're not nice to me very often, so you have to say that I'm actually... I have a lot of potential, so never give up. They didn't extract properly anyway. This test is certainly on the bad sample of Sidus rectum. Wait. Are we still talking about brain extraction? Iron Warriors? I am not that. I'm quick and deadly, yes. I am Jagatai Khan. I don't know if that's a good thing. Is that a good thing? Jinzi getting the most sarcastic Primarch honestly works. Are they sarcastic? Did I get a good one, Septic? Did I do good? I did, Bowman. I did. You're welcome. It certainly sounds like a good show. I forget everything constantly. Animals of Farthing Wood. I just remembered again. I only know the Dutch title because I watched it in Dutch, which is Beest de Bos is Boos, which translates to The Animal Forest is Mad. And apparently the English title is not that. The English title is The Animals of Farthing Wood. And I think The Animals Are Mad, the Animal Forest is Mad is a better title, personally. Is he a lion man? Let's not ask any questions. Enough drug to kill the Furor brain. This is why the Finns drink. Relatable. This VOD may be deleted, honestly. It may be. Especially since me, Bingo Bongo, and Father joined. Cursed. Hunter gave all of his love for you to me, so I can be double nice to me. Thank you, friend. Please be extra nice to me. Thank you very much. I thought I brought good vibes earlier. I don't know how I got cursed. One thing led to another. I don't know why, but it happens. The Khan is a good thing. Dude is awesome. He rides his motorbike around Elf Hell, killing evil dark elves. Let's go! That's why I picked the bike twice, so I can have a bike. Saying you have a lot of potential is a half compliment. At least I would say stuff like, you are good at your job and I try to learn from you how to be a better streamer. Thank you. I appreciate that, Antier. That was a good compliment. I love aggressively. That's okay. That's okay. Loud yelling! And the glorious Hawkaboy you? I show courage? Do I show... Oh, you want to see... Oh, you know what I should show? I should show you Return to Slab. For the people who have not seen Return to Slab. But I feel like most people here have, because we're older. We're an older generation. But I'm gonna show you Return to Slab anyway. Okay. Return to Slab.
Return the slab. What? Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
What's your offer?
What's your offer? There, now you've seen Return to Slab. It is part of your curriculum. You have to know that it exists. Based on these recently viewed videos, your upcoming YouTube recommendations will be concerning. Extremely so. Pretend like the stream never happened. Mondays. We're having a case of the Munders. The Munders? You know what? That's the scientific description of having a bad Monday. We're having Munders. Do you like sunshine? Only you don't give me hives. I am like a nice overcast day that is like nice to walk in, but not like too hot. At least no movements have been involved. It's the last one, Fran. I will show you something very wholesome. Somebody link me something extremely wholesome so we can end the stream on wholesome. From the Warhammer test I got salamanders. They believe in the strength of sacrifice. Oh, you got Vulcan? I think I've heard of Vulcan actually. I've seen that. So from my curse indeed. Courage? I love courage, but that one didn't, like my childhood me was not okay with that. You need a hug? Here you go, Danvers. Just hug. There you go. There's also Moomins. Did you link me wholesome Moomins? Oh, no, because I like Moomins. Moomins is very wholesome. I love Moomins. I watched Courage on repeat for 2 months straight. Just Courage. You just got a little bit of a hyper focus. That's relatable. Cartoon Network did have a rerun of Code Lyoko. I remember to download the whole 4th season and watch it from the beginning. Do what you want because the pirate is free? See the brilliance within yourself. I am doing my best. I'm doing my best. And maybe your cat's having a healthy, happy life. They are. They are. And I literally suffer for them. Oh, Moomin is wholesome. Yes, Snufkin doing crime. Somebody link me. Okay, I'm gonna carefully open this one. Oh, Gree. Gree? Okay, no. Okay, I want something that's like uplifting. Gree is more artsy. Link me, Momo, link me the Snufkin. I will show you some Snufkin. And then you can be happy. Yeah, I think it's just the intro. Yes, we're gonna watch some Snufkin. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Ronnie. Does wholesome video include dog videos? Always. But let me put.
Any good ideas?
Oh, whoops! It went too fast. Here we go. There.
Hey, do you have any good ideas, Snufkin?
Well, if we only had more crime here, they wouldn't be able to close down the station.
If only we had more
There's
crime.
never any crime in Moomin Valley.
Unless we commit some, I guess.
What?
Let's go and fill Moomin Valley with crime. Come on! What?
Let's go do crime! Let's do crime, guys! Oh, I love him. We just have to do some crime. That's it. I don't really have any kid shows on my brain. It's okay. Now you have Crimes with Snufkin. This made me smile when I saw it. Oh, I think I've actually seen that one. I think I might have seen that one, actually. I don't usually watch other people's streams on my stream because I don't think they like me to. See you, Plinth. Have a good one. I'm also at the end of my stream, so we're all gonna go. You wanna do some crimes? Let's go do some crimes. Let's see. Can I actually? Yes, I'm gonna send you all over to Carson because he's doing art. I don't get to host him that often because he's usually ending. Oh no, he just ended! Well, that's what that is. I think I'll send you over to Megan then. She's playing Final Fantasy VIII, and I know that some of you haven't played Final Fantasy VIII yet. So if you haven't played Final Fantasy VIII yet, and you don't want to get spoiled, then please don't follow, I guess.
This week, bringing new job for many therapists across the world. Beyond that, you have to power to bring wholesomeness for everyone.
Sorry. Thank you, Robertson. That's so sweet of you. Thank you very much. That's an excellent end to my stream. That's very wholesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, we need a raid message. Make me a raid message, Coolsty, and we will raid Megan because she's very sweet. You're very welcome for stream, RB. Have a good night. Good night, Hollow. Be safe, friend. Good night, Lander. Be nice to each other. Yes, let's do. Good night, Duck. You're very welcome, Jeff. Have a great day too. Good night, Beard. Have a good one as well. You're very welcome, Wall. You, same to you, and I hope that the exercising is going very well. Thanks for dropping back in, Danvers. I hope you had a really good weekend as well. We love the Wallow games. Yes, copy Coolsta's raid message if you want to go and say hi to Megan. You're welcome for stream, Skull. You're very welcome, everyone. Thank you, Bowman. And you as well, Loneliest. I hope you have a good Monday as well. Good night. Good night, everyone. Let me turn on the raid to Megan and tell her that we love the... If you don't have the emotes, you can substitute with any emote you like. And I will see you on Wednesday. We will be finishing Eastward. For real this time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I had a really good time, actually. Cursed or no. Love your faces. Va fail.